Welcome to the latest episode of Top Guy Theater, episode 17. Little curveball this week. Matt Levitt couldn't be here, which means Efren quit. But he'll be here next week. So this week we're going to have Rocco, the model DeRose, and Adam from Bama joining us to watch Royal Rumble 2000. Probably my favorite one because of the main event, Triple H and Cactus Jack for the world title. Love that match. We're going to watch it today. So joining me today, as always, Brandy Wagner, Henry Evingham, Frank Bruno, Phil Jackson, Carl Mandick. How are we all doing today?
Fat and sassy, my friend.
TJ's trademarked that. You need to give him $20.
Yes. Also,
PayPal.
Henry and Antonio Santos, congratulations. Buffalo gets the win today over the Indianapolis Colts. They're moving on. I'll let you brag
next
now.
Week, probably against Tennessee.
All right, you got to stop. Tennessee is not going to beat the Ravens tomorrow. It's just not going to happen.
Cleveland's not beating Pittsburgh, and the only way we get Pittsburgh. Wait.
No.
I take that back. I take that back. Cleveland has to beat Pittsburgh in order for Baltimore or Tennessee's winner to come to us.
I love Frank's confidence.
So congratulations. You're going to beat Baltimore tomorrow. And when you do, you're probably going to go to Kansas City, where you're going to be eliminated from the playoffs.
Well,
isn't it crazy how much of a blender the AFC is? Meanwhile, in the NFC, a 7-9 team is in the playoffs.
Right. Everybody, all of the, what is it? 14-2, 13 and
yeah.
The
worst record in the AFC is 11-5.
Yep, that's the Titans
and the Colts.
Yep, they just got eliminated today, which was a really good game. I was very surprised at that game. I just for the Titans, the defense worries me. I mean, they can match offensive scores with the Ravens, but the Ravens have a better defense, and if you stop us once and you score every time, what's going to happen? So it's just if our defense was better, I'd be confident as hell, but after what we did to Baltimore last year in the playoffs, and then we beat them in the regular season, I just don't know. They're going to want to come to our house and do what we did to us, what we did to them. So
I think Buffalo's defense today proved that you can let a broken down old has-been quarterback that doesn't know how to pull out, run roughshod all over you with his offense, and that offense still not be good enough to take you to the next round of the playoffs.
I would not classify Phillip Rivers as an old has-been.
He does, however, not pull out. They've got 18 million children.
I'm not arguing
I did
that.
offer to get a T-shirt gun and go shoot him in the ding-ding.
That is accurate. But, I mean, he's had one of it. He was in the MVP race.
Who?
Phillip Rivers.
This season?
Yes, he was 6th in the MVP voting.
Wait, did they already have it?
Well, I mean, it's not. Well, let me rephrase. He was in the conversation. I don't think they voted yet.
Oh my God! I was gonna say.
Even though it's going to go to Aaron Rodgers,
right? It was always Wilson and Rodgers.
It should go to Derrick Henry.
But they always do the top 6 or 7. Rivers was in there.
I love the Russell Wilson one now. The pick 6 today. It's so good. There is that, and you get this, TJ. There is that snarky, salt in the wound type of Sox fan that we are. That
yes,
every day's a great. It's a Sox win if the Cubs lose type of thing. It's a terrible sports mentality to have. But watching him struggle, I found myself. I'm like, oh no, I want Seattle. I really want Seattle because I'm watching this Rams team and they're going to come into Green Bay unless the Bears beat the Saints, because this would be the 6th seed beating the 3. And that's that. We get the lowest seed. So there's only one team that's lower. And I want no part of this. I want no part of Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, freaking Leonard Floyd. They are filthy. They run the ball.
Aaron Donald got hurt.
He did, but he got back in.
They're bringing him back. Yep.
Yeah.
I've got
Literally, Troy Aikman's like, I bet you he broke his ribs. And Joe Buck's like, and he's on the field. It was like impeccable timing. It was like, oh my gosh.
I've got a side note here, guys. I didn't get to mention this last week for specific reasons. But during Christmas, my daughter got me a present, and I promised her I would show it off on the show. So we have Secret Santa edition regular presents, and my youngest biological daughter Olivia was mine, and she handed me the present. And before I opened it, she said, "Dad, I pretty much just made your dreams come true." And my present is the very very cheap plastic $20 AEW World Title, but that will never not be displayed with the rest of my stuff till the end of time. So
That's adorable.
That's
Phil,
awesome.
Phil, I got to tell you this. I mean this. You can't see it, but my daughter bought me the WWE version of that for my birthday maybe a year ago or 2 years ago. And to this day, even though I've got these beautiful championships behind me, that belt, I'm looking right at it right now, is on my wall, just like you've got the AEW belt, and it will never move.
yeah, she asked me very specifically, "Daddy, can it be on your show?" And I said, "It will be on every show." So
That's awesome, man.
That's so adorable.
I just noticed, TJ, in your background, some artwork from ECW Anarchy Rules, it looks like. Did you win that? Is that a win?
I don't win stuff.
I didn't know if you won, because we had a winner today over on Ad Free Shows.
We did.
We
Brandy?
did.
Winner chicken dinner.
Well, see, to win stuff, I'd have to answer those, and I don't.
I don't even try. I don't even try. After the first, yeah.
I'm asleep during the day.
Was that a guess the gimmick, Brandy, or was it?
No, I won against the opponent, and it
Opponent,
was a photo of Ric Flair when he faced Conan.
How
that
did
when-
you know it was Conan?
Was that before Dungeon of Doom, Conan?
Yes, he was still wearing the teal and
The
pink
tassels.
tights
Yeah.
with tassels, and I was just like,
Great.
that looks like Conan's gear.
I thought that was Kurt Hennig.
Because somebody said Kevin Green. I was like, that's a good guess.
For the
So-
colors, yes, because
Right.
it's got that teal. Yeah.
So the one I don't understand is when they'll put like Roman Reigns' head on another body with another legs. What are you supposed to do with that one?
Make up a name for that person.
Just make a gimmick. Just make whatever you want.
Oh, so they'll just pick what the best one was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
I
they
remember-
pick it at random.
Whatever
The
pops
best
up in.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. For that one, the one you just referenced for Roman Reigns, that's the first one I've answered. Actually, I think ever. And I named it Unshielded Golden Wire because I'm an unoriginal, uncreative prick.
I like that.
Unshielded Golden Wire. Okay.
I'm really excited for this pay-per-view, by the way, Royal Rumble 2000, because
Should we start watching it?
as I say a million times, the Rumble is my favorite pay-per-view.
I
Yeah,
think
it is.
that's
Yeah.
most people. So we're
So-
watching Royal Rumble 2000, if you did not know. So pull it up on your WWE network. And I'm going to read the intro, which is a new thing we started to do, just so you
Hey.
get an idea what we're in for.
Make sure you're past the ad. Sorry.
Yes, do that too. Triple H defends the WWE Championship in his street fight against Cactus Jack. New Age Outlaws face the Acolytes for the tag team titles. The Hardy Boys challenge the Dudley Boys in a tag team tables
God.
match. 30 WWE superstars battle for a chance to headline WrestleMania in the Royal Rumble. Are we ready?
Oh yes.
Yes.
Ready?
I let Evan Polisher do it last week. Adam, you don't get a chance to do these things very often, so why don't you go ahead and give us a countdown? We'll get started.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are ready, we will start in 3, 2, 1, play.
So I also just remembered because I was like, what was the main event of WrestleMania this year?
Oh my God.
They tried to redo Luger Hart at this one with Big Show and The Rock, and it failed miserably.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was horrible.
I'm still a little tiny bit salty that WrestleMania 2000 did not have Jericho in the main event. I know you're a big Mick Foley guy, but I really, really felt strongly that it should have been Jericho.
Foley didn't like it.
and
I didn't
Jericho-
like it at the time. I thought it sullied his retirement match or this whole angle with Triple H.
I feel
Well,
that.
I
Oh, go
feel
ahead,
that way too. No, I was say I feel that way too because I thought it was the big thing that I was at Mick Foley's retirement match in Hartford for that event. And then he comes back like for WrestleMania. I was like, well, what the fuck was the point of that then? Like, what? But go ahead, Rocco.
I felt like the Backlash main event of that year should have been the WrestleMania main event of that year.
Triple
I don't
H
know if
and Cactus in the Hell in a Cell.
No, that was Rock and Triple H for the title, and it was they had Shane as the guest referee, and Austin came back and he took out most of the McMahon Humsley faction.
You know what I'm going to miss most about the Rumble this year? The crowd counting down.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll pop it in or something.
I was just gonna say
damn it.
I want them to stop doing the fake crowd noise.
Exactly.
Just stop.
1 minute in, and here I am freezing up. God damn it!
This was such a great time.
What's really cool is
All these signs.
Miss signs.
I
Yes.
think, yeah.
I
I
miss
think
going
the
to
one
wrestling
thing.
shows.
What's kind of the one? I shouldn't say there's a constant 3 poster children that just picked up wrestling instantly, but I think when we've heard stories or different podcasts, I would say it was like The Rock, Kurt Angle, and Mr. Perfect had it right away in spades. Like they had it. They just took to it instantly. What I think is so interesting about this is think about Kurt Angle a couple years prior to this. He's like, well, I can't lose. I'm not. I can't. And then he's like, maybe when you get a little bit smarter, we'll bring you back.
Yeah, Bruce is like, oh well, nice seeing you. There's the door.
So there was there. Go ahead, Henry.
So can you give me a time check just real quick because I froze up?
252, 53, 54.
Oh shit,
54.
I'm right on with you. Cool. Okay.
You were like, I'm like 3 seconds ahead of you.
I'm with Phil, I think.
I think what blows my mind about this time frame and knowing what Kurt Angle would become is in 1997 he was this close to signing with ECW, and the show he went to, he actually did commentary for the show he went to ended up is now known as the Crucifixion episode because they put the Sandman on a crucifix. Raven did.
Yeah, that was awful.
Steven Richards and Blue Meanie, and put the barbed wire crown of thorns. And Kurt Angle told Heyman, if you air this episode with me anywhere near it, I will sue this company into the ground. So Kurt Angle never debuted in ECW.
Can anyone think of a not even necessarily better, but comparable debut year to Kurt Angle's?
No. Well, I just think what I was going to say is while he took to the ring so well, what I think is amazing is that in those house matches that we've heard about, those dark ones when he's coming up, and now here he's at the Mecca at MSG cutting this promo to open it up, and he's getting it. Like he's already getting it of, oh, they're booing me because I am like his psychology. It's so interesting. Like it was on Fast Forward because once he got over that psychology hump of this, and then we get to hear Tommaso Ciampa's music of a EKG machine here in just a little bit.
You notice he already messed up one of his gold medals. He has it in his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. He caught. Yeah. I love that. Yeah.
Well, this is they're fake, right?
Yeah.
These are fake.
Yeah.
If you guys,
the green ones are real.
So if I were Kurt Angle and I had Olympic gold medals, they would be they would be in a safe, except for if I were single when I were going out to a bar, and it's like I'm an Olympic gold medalist. I don't even need. Do I even need to go further in this process? Have I got you? Okay, let's go.
Yep. That pop is unreal. That's amazing pop.
There's a very good chance that Taz is. After this debut, so he's getting ready to end Kurt Angle's. Where were we at? A year undefeated streak?
No,
right at a year, I think.
Didn't he debut in '99? Survivor Series '99.
So it's a couple months.
He debuted that late in the year?
Yeah.
Survivor Series '99.
And that's why I was so impressed at how good he was on the for him to be fast forwarded like that. to where it's like a big deal that he was big enough. I don't know. Like Kurt Angle felt big really quick.
He did. But go ahead.
All of his other matches before this, before Survivor Series '99, were either on Heat or they were just dark matches.
Oh,
Well, he was wrestling on Raw and SmackDown because he was doing like he would go to college towns and be like, this is called a prophylactic and stuff like that. So
Later, are you guys gonna mock out at the Taz mission?
we lost
Of
Phil.
course.
Uh-oh.
Well, my question is, didn't he hurt Kurt in this match, and that's why he lost his push or whatever?
No, he almost did, which
That
I
was
will
what
never understand.
Well, remember that fight between Bruce and Conrad's like epic. Like, so you beat him his first night in. Yeah, I mean they had that with the Radicals and then Taz and like that ongoing thing. And I don't know. I really actually don't know where I fall on the fence on it. I just more listened for the counterpoint. I'm on the Bushwhackers episode and I'm actually liking it. You know, they talked a lot about on there was venues.
oh,
Oh, that looks painful.
beautiful.
That's interesting.
So what did Kurt Angle do to his arm? I see his arm wrapped up. What happened to his arm?
I'm not sure.
They talked about venues, huh?
Just history of them. But no, I like the Bushwhackers ones. I liked that one was. Man, Taz was so bad. Didn't Taz go back and take on Mike Awesome? So didn't.
Yes, he did go
Yes.
back because
Because-
Mike was leaving to go to
Yeah.
WCW and they needed to get the belt off him.
Well, he already went to WCW.
Yeah, he'd already debuted.
About to say, didn't
Yeah,
Paul
that's
Heyman
true.
sue EC or WCW to keep him from showing up with their belt?
He
He
threatened.
tried, yeah.
Now, do you guys miss entranceway, like actual legit entranceways?
Yes.
Yes.
Like if you look at this is the old garden setup, but look at that taxi at the top of the entrance over there.
Yeah, the themed entranceways were always a staple. It's like, oh, how is it going to look this year, and how's it going to look this year? And they still, to an extent, try it for Mania. Well, other than that, it's just a giant LED board they have.
Yeah, I was gonna say when they do Raw at MSG now, do they? Do they do Raw at MSG? Or,
They don't. They usually, if they're
anymore.
going to New York
Barclays.
City, they run
They
Barclays.
do. Yeah, they did a big show there a while back, but
Well, the
it's a
last time they're
big show.
last time they were at MSG, that's the show that Rey Mysterio won the United States title on. It was only a house show though.
But
And
Yeah.
there goes the best win of Taz's WWE career. It's all downhill from there.
wow.
You know what, Phil? You're absolutely friggin' right.
didn't they do a reunion show at MSG, or was that at the Barclays?
Oh, Hammerstein. Oh, wait,
No, that was
for
when
Raw?
last year when they came back to the Garden for Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
Because before that point, the reason why they don't run the Garden anymore, for the most part, a lot of the time for live TV, is because the Garden is very expensive
Yeah.
for film, for television, even to run. They have a really strict union at the Garden. There was
I've
one.
heard this. Yeah, you're right.
There
Yeah,
was-
you have to use all their people.
I don't know
There-
if you guys go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, there was this. If you guys are familiar with this radio DJ in New York, and he does that stuff at Sirius. Eddie Trunk, he's like rock journalist
I
and
know
all that
Eddie
kind of
Trunk.
stuff. He was going to introduce a band called I think it's Dream Theater or somebody
Mhm.
at the Beacon Theater or whatever the case is. It's the same company as Madison Square Garden that owns the Beacon, and they said they want, the band wants Eddie Trunk to introduce them, and Eddie Trunk, I was all right. So he got behind the curtain, and the stagehand said, "Listen, once that curtain opens, clock starts. It doesn't matter who's up there, clock starts." And he's like, "I'm not going to even introduce them. They can just go out." So he introduced them off to the side of the stage before they opened up that curtain. for the simple fact that clock wouldn't start. So they're very, very strict. They have right down to the point.
Well, wait a minute.
Nice.
And so when they ran that,
What does that mean though? The clock.
Yeah, what's with the
Their
that's a
time.
good question.
Their time.
When you rented a venue, you're buying that time. So we're
Oh,
buying
yeah,
from
right.
9 to
Okay.
11.
Yeah, if they're allotted for
And
those
so
2
as
hours.
soon as they raise the grand, your clock starts.
So,
Yeah.
Rocco, when they ran Hammerstein and they ran what other venue in New York when they did the dual Raw, like from 2 locations on the same night?
Barclays.
Barclays.
Barclays?
Manhattan Center.
Barclays and Manhattan Center. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know.
Wait, it wasn't Hammerstein?
That's part of Hammerstein.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Hey.
they would they would do the I'm sorry, Phil, the attached building to MSG, or there's like they used to do the NBA draft there.
Oh, the theater at Madison Square Garden.
Right. Didn't they used to do like they did Slammies there? Or
They did
do
the
anything
Slammies?
else? They do Slammies, and did they do like the first access? Fan access for
I think it was
for
the-
10.
I think it was the first access, and then I think they also remember the Lions Den match for
Yes,
SummerSlam.
that's what
98?
it was. Thank you. I knew something happened there. That's exactly what I couldn't put my finger on it. Yeah.
So what I was going to say earlier, I don't know if you guys were paying attention when they were taking Kurt Angle out on the stretcher, but great close personal show friend Sergeant Slaughter was on the screen.
That's right. He was there.
Yeah, he is now all of our friends.
Mhm.
No, he's not.
Oh, he didn't friend you, Henry?
No, he didn't.
He must have got my message then.
And in case anyone was wondering, when they were taking Kurt Angle out on that stretcher, yes, I was hawk watching.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. It was
Wow,
the weirdest
Brandy.
thing. It was like late at night the other night, and suddenly Sergeant Slaughter just started friending all of us.
Randy, do you need one of these?
Yes. Always.
See, I love how the hard camera is actually set up towards the entrance. I mean, I like it better that way.
I'm so stoked for this match.
You know what, Adam? Now that you mentioned that, you're right. That I think MSG was the only one that they would do that with, right?
Yeah, because they always redid the entranceways.
Yeah, because that's literally the entranceway. Because if you're looking at this now, say if you pick any Raw at the Garden, say Raw 97, September 22nd, 97, where Austin Sons McMahon. The same setup, same hard cam setup, but what they did was they didn't use that as an entrance. They used off to the left-hand side of your screen. Those seats are movable at the Garden, so they could put an entranceway there. They could do everything because that's all interconnected. That it's kind of like a horseshoe. It's that their backstage area. Most arenas are like that.
And what the tough thing is about it too is if you go back to the watch any pro sports that have played in there, well, mainly the Knicks, and like the Bulls and Knicks when they were really that nasty, like 93, 94, when the Knicks had Anthony Mason, Xavier McDaniel, go through that, John Starks. You're like going out. They're both going out. Reggie Miller after he hit like 9 points in whatever seconds.
17.
Yeah. God, I hate Reggie Miller so
And
Hey, you watch your mouth, sir.
much. Yeah. I just can't.
Watch your filthy, dirty mouth, you pig.
Reggie Miller is a national treasure.
I've learned to like him on Dan Patrick. I have. I've learned to. He has good perspective.
Reggie
at the time,
Aloysius.
You know what else is a national treasure? Any match with any combination of the Dudleys, the Hardys, the Dudleys, or Edge and Christian.
See,
Exactly.
I would prefer the Hardys to be wearing dusters with spoons. And
Babe.
Hey, I got an
Not
idea.
deal.
How do you think he pitched at the wardrobe?
Hey!
Seamstress, come here. You only got sporks, huh? Shit.
Sporks.
Well,
Hey,
that'll
hey.
do.
Matt, Jeff, I got an idea. Now listen, we're gonna come out with dusters, those dusters, and then we're gonna come out with spoons of force. Oh no, don't tell Bruce.
We're gonna eat you up like mac and cheese.
Oh,
I don't know about
Ew,
the rest
mac
of
and
you guys,
cheese.
but as of yesterday, I am finally caught up with all the AFS content. I feel so bad because normally I'm on it, but that holiday dump, was way too much even for me.
That was I would say that was a lot of stuff. I lost my
That looks
mind
painful.
during the 97, 98 Shawn Michaels.
you see the
Shiny was
table
great.
leg come back and hit Bubba Ray?
Yeah,
Mhm.
That was bad.
I think this was one of their better matches that they
Yes.
had. I mean, obviously, listen, the TLC matches, that's not even in the question right now. That's not even in the. That's not
This
even.
is
in
just
the
your
talking.
standard table match.
Yeah, your standard.
Yeah.
This is definitely one of the better ones.
I remember going back to 8th grade after winter break, and I had shop class, and we had you had to make like a not a Pinewood Derby card, but like it had like a little bit of is it nitrous oxide or whatever, like a little canister in there. It's like whoever can get theirs to go the fastest, whatever. Mine was all Dudley Boyd out. Like I just had like it was like Team 3D, and it was like I big time mock. Big time mark. I was like, 'cause I'm like, oh, it's so cool. I saw him in ECW.
I love how they showed the replay of the table spot with Bubba, and he gets hit by the table and he sells it.
Yeah.
That it's
Good.
the little things. Like
I love
for
the
sure,
plastic
they didn't
ladder,
mean for
though.
that
The-
to happen, but
That
Yeah,
world,
the
that
ladder's
word
out.
doesn't exist anymore.
I love the plastic ladder.
This is before they started spray painting them black.
yes.
I don't
Is
care
it
if it's
plastic?
I wonder
plastic or
where in New
not.
York City you go to get a gimmick ladder.
Ladders are us.
Gimmicks are us.
Ladders are us. Yeah.
Ladders are us.
I don't care if it's a
it's
plastic
right next
ladder or
door
not.
to tables are us,
Yeah.
and trash cans are us is around the corner.
Hey, wait. Did Trash Cans R Us used to be Cookie Sheets R Us?
I think I see
Yeah,
Frank Bruno in the
Cookie
crowd.
Sheets are us went out of business, and that's where
No, you
trash cans are us.
Well, there's a guy in the
went
crowd wearing a
God.
Titans jersey.
The show wasn't in Providence, so Frank's not there.
My
Yeah.
lord.
These
Where-
chair shots
where's
are
the Titans
unconscious.
jersey?
Dude, that
Hold on a second.
chair
Wait
shot
for it.
was absolutely
Guy, if you're looking down the aisle, the guy was off to the left, down in
Yes.
the.
I
I
up
like how
front.
we're spotting the audience for a guy
There he
wearing
is.
a random dude
Number
wearing.
Oh, I
22.
see him.
Oh, I see him. He's right behind the ladder.
yeah, Kevin.
Oh, I
Dyke.
wonder who that is.
I like how that fan
shit!
takes a bump. Watch, he takes a
Man took a
bump.
bump.
And he loved every minute of that bump.
Dude, did he sell it too?
I find it
he
amazing.
sold
you
it.
can Park
He
a
took
Oh, he's
it.
got an
taxi
Eddie
right there and
George
not get a
on.
ticket.
Eddie George, baby.
He's
Eddie
I
George.
love-
There you
I
go, Frank.
love the camera shot of Matt being.
Oh, that's the end of the
Excuse me, I'm
match.
sorry, Jeff.
No, they both have to go through it. They
Yeah.
both
Members of the
team
table
team.
have to go to the table.
Right, but
But
it's like
both team
Jeff,
members did go through the table. Doesn't that mean the Dudleys win?
Technically, yeah. I think it, but there has to be an offensive move though. They have to actually put them through the table.
Gotcha.
They can't put
Unlike,
themselves through.
John Cena, Sheamus, where Cena just slipped and fell through a table and Sheamus won.
look at the camera angle. where, like,
Details.
Matt, but then look at the guys down there underneath the camera guys underneath the turnbuckle. Look, it's the first time I ever saw that. I remember seeing that so vividly. I'm like, where the hell did he come from? Because he like comes over the top. You don't see that shot a ton.
Best part of all this is that if you didn't realize this was a wrestling pay-per-view, you'd think you were at a Buffalo Bills tailgate party. People putting their tickets
There it is. There it is.
No, Henry, they wouldn't
Yeah.
think that because people here actually have titles.
Oh!
Oh wow, that's
Oh.
hurtful.
Hey, can we all just take 1 second, just 1 second out of our busy day to appreciate how goddamn sexy TJ is tonight?
I thought he
Well-
was 60 every night. Not my fault.
Well, here's the thing with that though. I think TJ is after the picture Mike Cole put on his computer. I think TJ is embracing his masculinity a little bit more now because I think he was a little bit. He felt a little twinge in his wee wee when he saw that picture. So
So what's fun is the picture of the reaction I posted on Twitter.
it was great.
I can never post that picture. Ever.
What the picture he sent you?
No, they
No,
put it
of
on my
course you
computer.
can't.
I cannot. Ever.
Well, he get off air last night at MCPL. He put that picture up and showed us what it was, and
Tremendous, wasn't it?
Now I know. Oh,
At least they were
yeah.
being safe. I'll say that.
Yes,
holy
they were,
Lord.
and I
Lord.
now I
Lord.
understand what shaft side up means now too.
Mm.
Jesus, Bruno.
Well,
No, yeah, it was our.
So
It was- it
Baba,
was
what's
our- it
your
was our
take? Are you a shaft side down or shaft side up kind of guy?
Oh, God.
me,
Ooh,
me, I'm a,
Yeah.
I'm a turtle kind of guy. Actually, I'm fat, so things kind
Turtle,
of fold
turtle.
into each other.
Turtle, turtle.
What about you, Baba? Up or down?
turtle,
I'm
turtle.
gonna be the janitor. That's what I'm
Up.
gonna be in that
Up,
situation.
shaft side up. That's my man right there. Most of us are on teams shaft side up.
I don't even know
that
what we're talking
was-
about. So
No,
I don't want to know what we're
I'm
talking
not
about.
sure I want to know either.
Yeah,
It's-
it was
Oh,
a two
Adam,
part
this is
after.
normal.
No.
Oh, God.
TJ,
This is
to
normal. We
fill
talk
you in.
about dick and sex all the time.
No.
And
I
nothing
thi-
to do with
I think-
wrestling.
I think we're all mispronouncing it. No, because it does have to do with the guy that
Wait.
did open wrestling for AEW and WWE. It was the failed after they shot Shazam and Blue Steel. It's Shaq side up, Shaq side down, right? It went like straight to VHS, or straight to DVD, I think. So it was like a two-parter.
I thought you
Now
were gonna say
this-
Phantasmo.
By the way, please, Brandy or Phil, or if anybody is watching Night 2, please don't spoil Wrestle Kingdom.
I have not
watched any.
seen night 2. I've got the semi-main and I've got the main left of night 1.
I have no idea. Had no clue who El Phantasmo was. No clue. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He's
you never
great.
saw
He's
ELP.
good.
Holy
Oh my God.
shit!
I need to give you my IWTV login because you need to
No, I
watch the
have-
match from
I do
DK
have a-
Wrestling from it was
what's it?
ELP versus Artemis Spencer.
I'll just look that up.
And
I
was
have
there,
that.
and that was the fucking shit.
So we shouldn't tell Carl that Ric Flair is defeated by Tatsumi Fujinami to unify the NWA and the IWGP World Heavyweight Title on the second night of Wrestle Kingdom.
Henry,
Yes,
your
exactly.
time frame matches the wood paneling in your basement.
Not my basement, it's my living room.
So, if you guys pay attention here, real quick, this is very rare that they invade the hard cam area like that,
Yeah.
because the hard cam is like right above that.
Mm-hmm.
No,
It's
now,
like it's above the vomitorium, right?
God, they're not.
Oh,
editing
yeah.
it.
Oh.
Look at this.
When I
No
eventually
way-
go to a Bills game for the first time, I want to do this. I want someone to put me through a table.
Normally, WWE goes through the network and edits out those head chair shots. They fucking dropped the ball on this pay per view because I'm seeing head shots left and right.
wait,
Do
do
they-
May
they?
not have gotten
that-
to
Wait, I
that.
didn't.
Is that something they do?
Yeah, you'll,
Done it
you'll
to
see a head
some,
shot.
Because I've seen several.
Yeah, what happens, TJ, is they'll go for the
If
head
you
shot,
watch
and right
the
before it hits it, it'll skip a frame.
oh, what was it we tried to watch we tried to show Jamie, I think. The halftime
Oh, yeah.
heat where Rock is giving him all those shots. They actually edited
Oh!
that one out.
No, we didn't watch
wait,
that. We didn't watch that. We watched Sin when they edited Sid break
Oh,
his
the
leg.
leg break.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the leg
Oh,
break.
wait, that and that's an awesome shot.
See, going through a table ain't that bad though, because it actually slows down your momentum. So going through a table is really not that hard. I've been through a couple of them.
Going through the table isn't the bad part. Landing on the floor is the bad part.
But
I'm
that
sorry,
double-
Adam.
what's
Did you
up.
say you've been through a few of them?
Yeah, I
That's
did a
concerning.
ladder. I did a tables and ladders match with a guy in Georgia, and I did shin star press from the ladder onto the table, and the table didn't break. Hyperextended my knee. It was bad.
Really? Do you guys get that bored in Alabama?
No, that's
you
back when I
didn't
was
know
actually
he's a
wrestling.
trained wrestler.
Yeah, actually trying to
I
be a
didn't know
wrestler.
you trained.
Yeah.
I've been in the ring with AJ Styles before he got real big.
How
He
are
come-
we just not finding this out?
Yeah. How
Wow.
are we? Just
Yeah.
not finding
I
this
knew
out?
this already. I don't know.
I've told a
what
couple
y'all been
guys.
doing.
That's just something I don't brag about. I mean, I don't know. I
How
just
old
brag
are
about
you?
it.
Says it.
37.
Dude,
Why aren't you
come on.
wrestling now?
Because I had kids and no insurance or nothing, so I had to
Mm.
stop.
I got you.
TJ,
We
it
should
literally
brag
says
about
on
it.
It says he used to wrestle on his Twitter profile. Don't you pay attention to our guests?
No,
Thank you, Phil.
No, I
Jesus
don't.
What
Christ,
was your
TJ.
what was your ring name? The Cockmaster?
I actually come out as the new sensation.
The
Yep.
new sensation? Okay.
Yeah.
New sense.
Oh, I thought it was going to be shaft side down. That was your.
No, that was my second one. When I wrestled in Tennessee, that's what I come out as.
He's shaft side down. He's always coming.
Shafts
When I-
up, shafts down.
When I was 19,
Oh, mercy.
I had every intention of moving to Atlanta, Georgia, and joining Mr. Hughes Wrestling School. I already had a job and an apartment picked out down there, and then I went in the military instead. So that ended.
The guy that trained me, his name is Chief Little Lynn. That was his name.
I'm sorry, Chief J Strongwell. What?
No, Chief Little Lynn was his name.
Oh, Chief Little PP. Gotcha.
Have you ever heard of Cabana Man Dan?
Yes.
Me and him actually trained together, and we used to wrestle together. Me and him, we went up through all that stuff together.
Son of a bitch! I didn't know any of this.
You'd said
Yeah, me and him got a match on YouTube. I'll send you a link if you want to watch it later.
Definitely. You said you'd wrestle with AJ Styles. Circling back to that for just a second, despite my mega ultra Kenny Omega fandom, for my money.
Oh, that
AJ
just
Styles
sucks for you.
Yeah, for my money, AJ Styles is the best wrestler of all time.
Oh, this is back when he was with Air Raid with Air Paris. Because I was actually in the ring with Air Paris, and AJ Styles come out and saved me when Air Paris was jumping me and was about to hit me with the chair. He actually come out and saved me.
And they were making like nothing in WCW, right?
Yeah, this is in Center, Alabama, where this happened, which is at the Georgia line.
Where did didn't Big LG, didn't Luke Gallows train in that neck of the woods in Georgia?
Oh, there's our good close.
I think
it
was close to the Alabama Georgia line, I believe.
There's Antonio, the bus driver, also.
Hey,
Antonio.
Speaking of
Tony
Garea.
Dude, maybe underrated hair of all time.
He's up there. Rene Goulet also.
Yeah.
Rene Goulet had beautiful. Yeah.
He has one of the best bowl cuts of all time.
Hang on, watch this guy in the corner.
There goes Carl's girlfriend.
Watch this guy grab Bula right here and try to kiss her. Right here. Come here.
I want that shirt.
That's
I think he succeeded.
Johnny V.
He could not give a shit that he's there.
I was about to say, you guys are watching the bikini contest right now?
No, yeah, with Johnny Valiant, you douche.
Perfect timing,
Sergeant
Antonio.
Slaughter. You forgot Sergeant Slaughter.
Oh, and the Sarge, yeah.
Blassie.
No.
He passes away not too much longer after this, doesn't he?
No, he's part of the Invasion pay-per-view.
Sergeant
Jerry Lawler.
Yeah, Jerry Lawler.
Sergeant Slaughter.
Jerry Lawler telling Howard Finkel to get away. Go borrow one of Vince McMahon's toupees.
Yeah, he said these girls ain't for you because they're not inflatable.
Oh, this is a bikini contest.
Did anybody else get in the background?
Yeah, I hear something in the background.
Yes, I have some background noise. I'm not.
It's Antonio.
Antonio.
Oh.
He's coming to us live from the bowling alley.
She's wearing. She is wearing a pullover from
Glow.
WWF New York.
Yep.
Oh no! Oh right, that. But
this is the. Yeah.
Oh.
Do you remember when we saw her when we watched?
I know all my
3?
fans here want to see my puppies.
Yes.
I see, and this is the thing about the 2000 that's so bizarre, is Russo's gone by here.
And Miss Jackie.
The whole reason why Terry's does anyone remember why Terry and the Hardy Boys were together?
They won the TIT, the Terry Invitational Tournament.
The Terry Invitational Tournament, the TIT, yes. For Christ's sake.
By the way, real quick,
she was TIT PMS.
Chocolate titties.
Oh, speaking of tit.
And it's BB.
BB.
Oh, and Barbara Bush.
Wait a minute. I forgot about BB. Wait a minute.
If you can remember those TTs,
double whoppers.
Wait a minute. What?
Hello.
Wait, was she wasn't Major Guns.
No.
Why did they name her BB? They should have named her
Double D.
Double D. Yeah.
Here comes
Because
my
then it's obvious.
Ooh, Luna.
Brady's favorite.
I do not understand. Like, you have a woman like fucking Barbara Bush, because that's her name. It's BB.
Do you have a dick?
No, Henry or Frank. What the fuck's wrong with you?
The fuck?
And
Luna looks like he's packing heat.
she's not. Actually, Luna's a fucking smoke show. She just looks like that on purpose. Part of the gimmick. But you have this one that looks like BB, and you're like, what should we call her? Oh, I know, Barbara Bush.
And
here's my
Jerry's
favorite
wife.
Now, where was Sable during all this? Where was Sable?
They both
fucking not
gone.
here, and that's all that
Hey,
matters.
This
Okay.
is like what 6 months later. Cats flashing us in that match.
No,
Oh,
that was
no,
earlier.
no,
that
no,
was
no.
That was
Armageddon
before
That was
this.
at
99.
Forget
Armageddon
it.
99.
That was
Armageddon
that was the
99.
nip slip. Wait,
No,
That was
Yeah.
a glory.
No, that
wasn't
was
a nip
fun.
She
Boobs
pulled it
out.
off. Yeah.
That was the best moment of my 6-year-old life.
Didn't they
that
cover
net-
that on Something to Wrestle? Like someone was supposed to stop her and they didn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it was Briscoe.
Yep.
Yeah, somebody was
This is-
supposed to.
This is the oh.
Is that Andy
wait,
Richter?
That's
Andy Richter. It is.
wait a minute. Am I getting a couple of different things here? Hold on. They were supposed to stop who?
The cat.
His
The
cat.
The cat when they had that
The
Armageddon
water-
99. It was an evening gown swimming pool
Oh,
match.
Yeah,
and
that's
some
what
shit
it- some
nonsense
bullshit.
bullshit. And she's gonna pull off her bra and show her breasts. And they were supposed to stop her,
Oh,
and
I thought
she
about-
actually showed the
Oh,
The girl.
Briscoe was
I
Briscoe was
thinking,
late.
puppies.
I will say in
Well, Briscoe was late.
I would say when
He was talking to Taylor Williams in the back.
Jared's book, he talks about having to fire Miss Kitty, and Jerry's like later, and it was like the day of a taping. Like they were hours away. Like, why are we doing this today?
Well,
Why
all right
not?
then.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Ivory is underrated. My lord.
Yeah,
Very
she's
underrated.
definitely
underrated.
underrated.
Those boots made a back to glow though.
Oh,
Oh.
You notice the boots?
hello.
That whole
Yeah, she's wearing her wrestling boots.
I didn't
You-
even realize she had boots on.
you could tell she's not happy to do this though.
She is
She
not
called-
happy to do this.
She called
fucking
King of
pissed.
Perv.
Look at that
Actually.
booty.
I'm happy. she
She's
did it.
furious.
Ladies and
Oh,
I
gentlemen,
There's
think
gold in
that's
there, too.
kayfabe. I think she's supposed to be there.
you're breaking.
No, she doesn't want to. No, Ivory's never been about this. She
Right.
hated it.
I don't think she minded though.
No
Oh
way.
shit, no.
Oh my dear.
I
I'm
don't
actually
mind either.
stunned Terry never posed in Playboy.
Oh, hey.
How is Terry never one of them that posed in Playboy? It's bizarre to
Show
me.
me the mound. Show me the mound. Where's the mound?
Is anyone listening to me?
What did
I am.
I'm surprised.
Yes.
No.
Wait.
God, this is like my
TJ, you're here.
Right.
8th grade.
What do you think they're actually writing down on those?
Nothing.
I would- cup size.
would just be
How I'm gonna
Carl,
spend
say
my
it.
money.
Oh.
Carl, say it, Carl.
Jack Woolen also underrated body.
Yes.
Definitely.
Carl,
Ooh,
She's gonna do the
mercy.
drop thing. She's gonna do the drop thing. Yeah.
By God, I hope my mom
Chocolate
was not
Lawler
watching.
doing.
this is,
By the way,
Look
this
at
is a
Lawler.
wresling show we're watching.
Yep.
Are you
He's just
absolutely
made for
sure?
walking, baby.
Why can't they have a mix of this and have like great female
Wow.
matches and just get this thing back to TV 14?
For
Because
who?
I'm
Must have
in,
ra-
and I'm like like a little bit of both.
All
right, I'm not gonna lie. Since this game just finished, I mean I have to look up to BB because I had forgotten all about.
She was out of the business by the end of this year.
Hello,
Yeah.
hello.
Mandy
By the
Rose
way,
would-
this-
I
this
think she
still
went to
ma-
WCW for a cup of coffee and was gone.
This still makes more sense than the AWA Team Challenge, whatever the fuck it was. we watched.
Dude, you want one? You want one more confusing than that? There's another Easter egg, and it's super hidden on the network of this serial AWA match between Post and Kellogg's, and it is the weirdest shit you'll ever. If you think it makes the Team Challenge look like All Japan 1990.
Hello,
Like,
bubble
my
wrap.
God.
I remember the bubble wrap very well.
I forgot the bubble wrap.
I knew the bubble wrap.
I can't believe the
Very.
king got to munch on that.
I would like to be
Frank.
the guy that helped
Speaking
her with
of
the bubble
Memphis,
wrap.
Frank, why do
Language.
you run Memphis?
There are
You
children
run
watching this
Memphis.
show.
that was the first that I saw.
I said munch on, not Memphis.
I want to pop them bubbles.
Memphis.
I didn't say Memphis. I said munch on.
Yeah,
We
no.
know what you said.
Yeah, we know.
We know what you said. We're just avoiding that.
Good
Ladies
to be
and
the king sometimes.
enjoy some cunnilingus.
Wow.
Calm
Frank,
down.
you gotta
Frank.
use 2-syllable words. Not all of us understand big words.
Play-
Thank you,
play the-
Antonio.
Oh,
play
and
the
here's
part of,
the
Oh
here's the
my
pop
lord!
of the night. Yes.
No.
Yo,
Oh, that's right.
I know
Yes.
everybody here wants to see my puppies.
You know,
How
let's-
come her
Oh,
music? Her
God.
music is better than the pay-per-view music. That's the best part.
So this is how.
Sarge got up from the table to help her up the steps. That's beautiful.
As a
He's-
gentleman.
never dies.
He's the
Now,
original G.I. Joe.
All right.
She exposes
This is
herself
how-
in here.
This is how the booking meeting went for this right now. So listen, we're gonna get all the women out there. They're gonna do their swimsuit contest, but then wait, we're gonna get Mae Young out there, and she's gonna show those old wrinkly titties.
You know, Vince.
Yes.
You know, Vince is
absolutely out of your
backstage.
mind, motherfucker.
Vince is
Vince is
backstage
backstage
losing his
dying.
mind right now.
Yes.
Absolutely.
They have not to distract anybody on eBay. They do have Johnny V's scorecard
Oh my
from
lord.
Royal Rumble 2000, and it's actually just a long list of people that he's put in cement shoes
Mm.
at the bottom of the Hudson.
Really?
I
I'll
remember.
buy that.
I remember watching this with my mom when that happened. She was like,
Oh,
"Oh,
My mom.
Oh.
You were watching with your mom.
Wow.
No, God, no.
This
Why?
is fucking great.
Why?
Why didn't
Yeah, I
they? Now
remember-
this is how they should open up the
Oh.
Mae Young Classic.
Dude, 800.
Open up the Mae Young Classic.
Mae
Women's
Young's
wrestling
like-
tournament. It'll be one of the greatest of all time. Superstars from all around the world.
Mae Young
Really
is a
interested, yeah.
national treasure.
Yeah, she was so
Absolutely.
great.
Oh, here it comes,
Eric.
guys. Here it
Uh-oh.
comes. Here's
But
it comes.
I love the story. I think it was Bruce that told the famous Dudley Boy powerbomb off the stage onto the table, and they were
Oh,
like,
she does. They were out. Those
Oh
were
yeah,
out.
she
She
pulled them all
goes-
out. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
they
Those are-
censored it.
Those are
Thank
go,
you,
good.
Bob, for
um,
Mark Henry.
Oh, and there's Mark Henry. Thank you.
"Oh,
I
that's right, they were
love
dating."
Mark
This
Henry.
is just before the goddamn hand.
No, I thought
Yeah.
see, I could see him in, with like a little pat. He should have a papoose
Oh, they
hand in
bleeped
it
it.
if it was born.
Yeah,
Oh,
her top
God.
was down completely.
it still
it's
is.
like,
Oh, they
it's like
bleeped
two
it.
seconds.
Why'd you bleep it?
Why do you want to see it?
It's titties or titties.
They were
No,
gimmicks.
oh
Frank.
no,
no.
no.
Frank, they're just two socks with tennis balls in them.
That's actually generous.
Looks like two socks with
Yeah.
mashed potatoes in them.
Hey,
Freddie Blassie is just like
yeah.
It looks like two socks. It looks like two socks that are two socks.
Hey, who is Tanner? Here is it Mae Young or Sting at Starcade?
Oh, Mae Young.
Definitely
Oh,
Sting
God.
at Starcade.
It's Mae Young by it's
It's-
a landslide.
Yeah.
so on the DVD version of this. I have the DVD version of this. They
Oh, I ran that DVD.
forgot to
Oh my God, they're out.
censor that part where she went.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I was gonna say a minute ago. I forgot.
Luna's gone. Do you notice that?
Luna bailed.
Luna, you see the back of her head. She's like.
Well, here's the thing too. So Ivory didn't like doing this sort of thing. Luna refused to.
Yeah.
She
Who
wouldn't.
did,
When
Moolah?
it
Yeah.
came
No,
to
Luna.
her,
Luna
she
refused
was
to do
the
this.
people King when her turn, she was like, "You're crazy if you think I'm taking this off."
I mean,
Meaning
the
her
the
rope.
Vashans, just the. I got stuck on the.
It says in the
So-
closed captions that this is the first annual Royal Rumble swimsuit competition. I wonder why this didn't catch on.
I can't
Dang.
I
imagine
wonder
why.
why.
This
So-
has been going on for like 20 minutes.
And your winner, Mae Young.
Because an 84-year-old woman pulled out her basset hounds in the middle of it. That's why.
Basset Hounds.
Who do you think would have actually won this though?
Mm,
My vote would have been for Jackie.
mm.
I think
Jackie
she
or
actually
Elena.
won.
I would have voted Kitty.
I'd go Jackie.
It's
That-
Jackie
Look, a
or
young
Miss Kitty.
Jonathan Coachman.
So you guys see WWF New York there?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna ask you.
Look at my screen.
What?
That's so cool.
This was on the menu at WWF
Okay,
Oh,
New
it's
York.
awesome.
What did you have to eat there? I've always wanted to ask you that.
I don't remember.
Damn it.
Probably a burger with fries because
By the way,
that's all I
Oh,
ate.
there's
Right,
China.
right before this, Jonathan Coachman was at the TVC. Obviously, he was much younger, but he was at Cake TV in Wichita, and he went from Cake TV in Wichita to WWE. Do you know what
So
a
what's-
jump that is?
It's Dave Hebner.
That's Dave.
Yep.
Hunter, yeah.
Yeah, but he calls him Earl when he walks off. He says Earl, then he says Dave.
They are
Earl,
twins.
Tom.
But what's
Beautiful
cool?
Jericho.
What's cool about this is that again, these were on the menus
Yeah,
there.
is it metal? How'd you?
It's
Would you
metal.
bring a screwdriver?
It's metal. Well, the last time we went there, they were closing, and they kind of gave this to us.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Because it was like my dad's like, oh, it's my kid's birthday, yada yada yada, and they were just like really nice, like, oh, here, we have one of these laying around. And then if you look on the other side, when they changed the name, instead of ordering new ones, they just sent them all to the label guy or whatever, and they just redid them like that.
can
Hey, save money.
if anybody can predict this of the most predictable Wikipedia bio of all time,
Which
if
one?
I were to write, just somebody say, write BB's Wikipedia. Born in Daytona Beach, Florida, married to Hardcore Holly for 3 years,
I forgot. That's why she's here.
worked for Hooters for 8, and was known as Papaya.
Oh my god.
So if
You're
Hardcore-
easily
In
describing Mae
in
Young.
WCW. And
if-
Taylor Vaughn in TNA.
so when they're going
I
over
remember
this
when
match,
she was Taylor Vaughn.
what so this is Holly versus China and Jericho. Whenever they're going over this match, what input do you guys think Holly had?
I got an idea.
I'm sure
I
it
got
wasn't
an
him
idea.
getting drop kicked by China.
Give me the goddamn belt.
Thank you.
What
And I'll
happens
beat
next? I'll beat
everybody.
everybody. Dude, I was such a big Bob Holly fan. I fucking hated Thurman Sparky Plug, by the way. But here, Hardcore Holly was the shit. And I thought the super heavyweight thing kind of wore on me after a while. Like, it ran its course. Like, it was funny at first. But
With
like when he was
Cash?
feuding with China and the Big Show, I'm sorry, China and the Big Show. When he was feuding with Big Show and Kane over this, over the super heavyweight thing, and he was holding his own.
Is that Mike Chioda?
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
sir.
I thought Holly should have had more than what he
Yeah.
got.
Oh, I agree.
He should
And I'll
have
tell
won
you
the
what.
title at least once.
I don't know. I don't know if I go that far, but I think he should have been IC champ once or twice.
For my money, and I think I don't know if I've said this before, out of every episode of Something to Wrestle With, the Bob Holly one is my favorite episode.
That's
the
good.
stories in that episode, the
I have his
wrestling,
book, and it's
yeah,
very good.
the one about wrestling the bear, the one about him, shutting up Kevin Nash and Scott Hall about fucking with food, and those are just two I can think of off the top of my head. But the wrestling a bear, I mean, Jesus Christ.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate how awesome Jericho is here?
Here, yes, he's awesome.
Are you sure that's Mike Chioda's?
As the referee, yes, it is.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the referee list for the event, and he's not on here.
Well, I'm looking at the screen, and I know that's Mike Chioda.
Jericho here is awesome. Jericho now can lick my log cutter.
Yes.
Ooh.
Thank you, TJ.
Shaft side up or shaft side down?
I don't give a shit.
Doesn't matter.
Wait, did you like him when he went to New Japan? And, did you see his stuff from there?
Well, here's the
kinda-
thing. Let me make this clarification. His work is not why I don't like him anymore.
Is it the Demo God?
No.
I don't give a shit about that because it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant.
He sleeps around on his wife. What?
No, they have an open marriage. That's fine.
That's great, but I think it's disgusting.
He's turned into a
Douche.
a conspiracy goofball, and I'm
Oh,
pretty
God.
sure we brought this up the last two episodes. I'll bring it up every time. I don't care. But here's what's funny. So
on his podcast.
Well, I mean, they just had a conspiracy theorist on his podcast too.
Ooh,
So he's giving platforms to these goddamn people who don't deserve one. But he his gimmick here is Y2J.
Mhm.
He questioned the integrity of the election. I don't remember ever taking this on count of votes. It happened in 2000. Between Bush and Gore,
wait.
you jerk off your gimmicks
yeah.
based on it.
Well, Y2K. Wait a minute. I'm confused.
Well, no, Y2K is something different than the election.
Yeah.
No,
Y2K was
but it was 99 is what I'm saying.
Right.
It was the same year. But he's like, I don't remember that. What do you mean you don't remember that?
You don't. He doesn't remember the election taking place.
No,
He doesn't remember
taking
the
this
the
long to count the
controversy in
votes.
Florida.
that were the whole Florida.
Oh, dude,
Florida
it took for it. I remember it taking.
It was like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
No,
declared
it was
it.
months. Was
No,
it?
it was December 20th, I think, or 21st that they actually announced Bush as president.
Because
It
there was
was-
all
And-
those.
but
It was the hanging
After
chad.
this election in 2020,
But-
Chris Jericho's like, has it ever happened before in history that there's an election contested like this? And
Yes.
we're like, bitch, it was 2000.
Well, and
Well,
It'd be great-
was the entire hold on, the entire election wasn't contested. I think just the
It was
Florida
Florida.
vote.
Florida.
contested.
Yeah.
Yep.
Florida.
that if anybody's got HBO Max, 537 votes, and the role that Elian Gonzalez played in that.
Yeah,
God,
I'm gonna
I-
watch that. I have it on my
is
list.
fantastic. Fantastic.
You just
Actually,
made the list.
Anyway, I have to get off my rant, my soapbox. I have Hardcore Holly's book, The Hardcore Truth, and it's really good.
Oh boy, maybe you know what? I'm gonna undownload that.
I,
That
I
guy
think
is
it might be
Audible?
beaten up by China.
I don't know if it's on Audible, Antonio. I actually have the. I don't do audiobooks. I want to just read them.
I agree.
I have
No,
Regal's
I
book
do
also,
audio
Walk a
books.
Golden Mile, which is Regal's book is underrated. It's so good.
So I got a dumb question, and I mean it's not even like a real question.
like
but,
it.
But look at now when you look at the heart when the hard cam is facing the entrance again. Look at the barricades there. Like you got the normal barricades, and then you've got these like bank freaking or like these separate like straps.
Yeah, all that. Yeah.
Wait,
That is not going to block anybody from a riot.
No, but they weren't having riots here.
No.
I
No
think
way.
it was there just for aesthetic purposes.
They maybe wanted a little gritty
do you
look
think-
to it.
Do you think Mike Chioda
Oh,
and
I
Tony
see what you're
Chimel-
talking about. I see that now.
Oh,
Jim-
now I did it break? Did one of those go down during one of the matches during the
One-
match?
Flip.
I think at one point, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because they had to have because because they went. I feel like Kyoto's got a story about that taxi cab. Like him and Tony Chimel like, had to put that up there as part of the ring crew.
Yo,
Like they
I
just
was,
drove it through the building, and then the Briscoe brothers came and fixed it up, made it look nice, and then they suspended it right
So
there
I
for
have,
about 3 hours.
I have an unpopular opinion here. So
Uh-oh.
send your send your hate tweets to @Cobalicious. So
Hold on.
other than Triple H and Stephanie getting together, I think that having China wrestle men ruined her career.
I agree.
But she wanted to wrestle men.
I know she wanted to wrestle men, and I'm not saying she did the best with what she had. But when that train ran its course, what did she do? I don't want to wrestle women. I don't want to wrestle women. Well, I hate to break it to you, you're a woman, and we have a women's division, and we need you to wrestle women. And there aren't too many guys on the roster that are going to get a good match out of you.
I think if they would have made China like the female Goldberg, dude,
Yeah, no, absolutely. But it had to be in the women's division.
that's what I mean.
You know, yeah.
If they
Go ahead.
if they kind of built her and promoted her like they tried to do with Nia Jax, I think it would be a different story. I think that's what TJ. That's kind of similar to what you're saying, right?
So imagine, right? She stays undefeated for. I mean, when did she start? God, it was an ugly ass pedigree. When did she start wrestling? 1999, 98.
Yeah,
98, I think. Yeah.
So she would have been. I mean, realistically, you could have kept her undefeated for 4 years. Because as much as I love Jacqueline and Ivory, they're not on the level, and you're not going to build a division around them. So I
No.
mean, there's no reason to have either one of them beat her. So, but think a year after this show, Trish Stratus is there, Lita's there, Jazz is there, I think. Victoria's not too far behind. Like there were people there that she could have had really good matches with in the women's division, and you could have had one of them beat her, and then all of a sudden you have this new female superstar because they beat a woman who was undefeated for 5 years.
It would have been a solid. It would have been a solid division.
And even if you moved her into the women's division full time, there could still be special occasion where she could occasionally like pop into the Rumble, or
Sure.
she could have a exhibition match with a man.
Yeah.
Right.
Um,
But putting her in the men's division with the Intercontinental Championship full time, there's no going back to that. It's not believable when you're wrestling women after you've been in the match with Hardcore Holly, who's fought a bear.
Well, it's not only that, and I'm not going to go JR and just go ballistic about it.
Sassafras.
I mean, everyone in 2000, even if you weren't a hardcore fan, if you casually knew who Hardcore Holly was, you knew that's a bad dude. Plus, look at him. You ain't beating on Hardcore Holly. China's not going to sneak one over on Hardcore Holly.
no, but she just caked him with that chair.
She did just waffle him with a chair.
Hey Bruce, I can't get hit by a girl.
I'm sure he's losing his mind right now.
If you were to say the word Holly, the first thing I think of is Crash against the Headbangers at that Fun Time USA 24/7 hardcore match.
Oh, that was a
with
great
the
segment.
Camera guy going down the slide. It's like the first thing I think of.
Jericho just pinned China to win the IC title, which
And
is
he's a singular champion now instead of the dual
right.
champion.
And it should have been. That's probably the best way to do the fall. Is have one of the two, probably because Jericho is more of an Holly here, pin China for the title. But because we mentioned here in 2000, Russo's gone. He's busy flushing WCW completely in the toilet. And here in 2000, I think Cornette's also gone. I think he's doing OVW.
Yes.
So if Cornette was here and this match happened, oh Lord.
He would have he would have had a heart attack.
Somebody.
Cornette would have torn the set down himself.
You know what? He probably saw this, had a lot of pent up anger, and then Santino Marella was just on the other end of it. It was like boiling and simmering, and he never saw a psychologist or got help for it. And then he's like, "Hey, Santino, come here."
He's a heel.
You can't have one be the Intercontinental champion, son of a bitch.
You can't have two champions to hold one belt.
No,
motherfucker.
I know he didn't like Tessa Blanchard as world champion.
No, he was very clear on that.
I didn't like that either.
No, I don't know.
But he also made it very clear he likes Tessa Blanchard.
Oh,
it's
not
just,
as the men.
That's hard.
A lot of people had a problem with it being believable that she beat Brian Cage.
Yeah, anybody beat Brian Cage.
She didn't beat Sammy Callahan?
No, she beat Brian for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, what is her status? What does she do? Is she just
nobody wants her?
She's away in Mexico right now.
And I'm afraid that's gonna hurt her wrestling. Guys.
Why doesn't anybody want her?
Rocco, I'm gonna send you a link. There's something else that kind of hurt her too.
Yeah, she was the champion. The pandemic hit, and she was stuck in Mexico because if she left Mexico, she wouldn't be able to return. And her and Daga was supposed to get married in the summer. Daga is her husband. She refused to do anything for Impact Wrestling. She refused to do video promos. She refused to contribute anything in any way that she could. So they fought for several months about this. And then they finally said, nope, you're not the champion anymore. Send us back our belt. See ya. Fuck you. Bye.
Okay, that's understandable.
But Rocco, you can pay her on Patreon to do anything. And I mean anything.
Links are
Send me that link.
No, you don't want it. No, you do not want this because a certain James Coelho said, "Yeah, go listen to the best of Cornette." It's a 3-parter. It's super long, and I don't know if it's drive-through or whatever experience. And I got into it, and I'm like, I might get sick.
Actually, I know exactly what you're talking about because I listened to Cornette's shows.
I almost got sick.
It wasn't. They found out it was actually not Tessa Blanchard that did that.
No.
Oh, okay. I understand
All
right
right,
now.
context is king, motherfuckers. What are you talking about?
Hey, So we've got the Rock. this promo
and
right
We
A
now.
don't
bathroom
want to
incident,
talk
yeah.
about it on air. Like it's
Yeah.
that bad.
Yeah, no, we'll
bad.
talk.
We'll
Um,
Oh,
Yeah.
inform off air.
assuming
Yes.
we're discussing the same thing, which I think we are. There's, from what I'm to understand, it was not Tessa Blanchard. That was a current member of the NXT roster.
Oh, are we talking
Oh,
about
wow.
the Shotzi Blackheart thing?
Yes.
Ew.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Now I got it. By the way, if The Rock owns the XFL and he does not have one of the teams called like the Rocks with that football jersey or the Rock,
That jersey is
that
bitchin'.
jersey,
The
fucking
Bulls.
awesome.
No, the Brahma Bulls.
Yeah, Brahma Bulls. There you go.
The Boston Brahma Bulls.
Stop it.
Birmingham.
No.
So I was gonna do this a second ago. We had the Rock on the screen earlier, and I know this is probably also not going to be the most popular of opinions. So, Rock and Austin pretty much came up in their stardom almost simultaneously. Austin got there a little bit first, but for my money, I always thought Rock was a better star, and he was always a little bit higher up on the list for me. The Rock. No, don't get me wrong. Every time Austin was on the screen, I popped. I loved it. I paid attention to it, but every time The Rock was on the screen, I didn't care what was going on. I stopped and paid attention to The Rock. And-
I wasn't disagreeing with you. I
Yeah.
will say The Rock was a bigger cross promotional star.
Yeah.
Definitely. Austin
heel-
was a way bigger wrestling star.
No, absolutely. But heel, face, it didn't matter. Like even when The Rock first had his run as a heel, calling himself The Rock when he came back from the Nation and all that,
Yep.
I enjoyed his promos and his presence in wrestling more than Austin's. Just because it was magic anytime I saw the dude.
So, Carl, should I tell the story? Now that we're talking about The Rock?
Oh yeah, that's like one of your.
You don't need permission. You can just do it.
This is phenomenal. I love this story.
It's kind of what we do here.
If you guys look behind me right here, and I specifically switched out the Superman picture for this.
I was gonna say you did, yeah.
Specifically, this is my Rock autograph. So I met The Rock when I was a wee bit 7-year-old in the year 2000.
Bit 7-year-old.
I was
So-
20 years old. So
You
go
were
fuck
7
yourself.
in 2000?
Oh,
Yes.
I was
Was 17.
15.
Jesus, I was about to graduate high school.
I was 10.
So The Rock was on the Regis at the time, the Regis and Kathy Lee show.
This could be Billy Gunn today,
It really
by the
can.
way.
He's
Honestly,
ageless.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
it was a summer day. It was I believe it was August. He was the WWF champion. And my dad's like, this had to have been on maybe like Wednesday. He's like, oh, well, The Rock's going to be on Regis and Kathy Lee. And he told my mom, he's like, I think I'm going to take Rocco on Friday. I think I really want to take him. We'll try to meet The Rock. And my dad, for those of you who have not seen the show that Carl, I had my dad on, he kind of reminds everybody of Joe Pesci, pretty much. He's very pushy. Your typical New York Italian father. So he wakes me up early that Friday morning, and mind you, my mom's like, "You're never gonna meet The Rock." No. My mom went to work. Didn't even bother that. My cousin Nicole was a big Rock fan. They were like, my dad was like, "Hey, I'm gonna take Rocco down to meet The Rock. You want to come? This, that, and the third." Like Carl likes to always make fun of me.
Wait.
And my cousin Nicole said, No, you're never gonna meet him. You're never gonna meet him. I'm going back to bed. So my dad takes me down there. We drive down there. We get to ABC. And at the time, my dad was driving, I think, a 2000 Chrysler Concorde.
Ooh.
Big car.
High class.
Either that or it was his Mazda. I don't remember. But
Did he have a Miata?
no, I don't remember. It was a compact 4-door Mazda. I was either that or the Concorde. So we get to ABC. My dad's like, "Oh, is this where they do the Regis and Kathy Lee show?" And it's like, "No, that's the other building. That's on 66th Street." I forgot. It's on the other side of town. That's on West 66th Street, not over here. So Dad drives there, finds a parking not too far away on I think on one of the side streets, and we walk over to the building. And now this is the building they shoot Regis, Kathy Lee. They shot almost everything ABC did at that time. They shot One Life to Live, All My Children. Everything was in this building. So we get to the front, and there's the TV right there of Regis and Kathy Lee going on. And my dad asked the security guy at the window, "Is this where the stars come in and out?" And I don't know how my dad and I have this weird way of talking to people. And this guy said, "No, they actually come out from the garage over there on the side street. So if you want to go over there, Rock will be coming out that way." So we wait. All these people now are starting to kind of come around. You got the people who, sell autographs online and all that kind of stuff. So we get big commotion. The Rock comes out. He's got the belt over his shoulder. He's got the sunglasses on, how his hair was then. He was all in black, that black shirt. Remember that episode of SmackDown where The Rock was like the special guest referee, and he's like, 1, 2, it doesn't matter. He's wearing something similar to that. So my dad, short 5'6" kind of Italian guy like Joe Pesci, taps on The Rock's shoulder, and he has these handlers with him. Taps on, "Hey, Rock!" And The Rock turns around, and my dad gives him the eyebrow. Like, who the hell is this guy? And the handler's like, "Oh, wait." And he's like, "Wait, no, I want you to meet my son." He points to me. He's 7. His name is Rocco. And, we came down here to, meet. And The Rock looks at me. He's like, "Hey, little buddy." And he tassels my hair. I got this mop haircut. And he doesn't sign anybody's autograph. He snatches one of the markers that these guys have, the sellers have, the blue marker. And he snatches it from them, snatches it out of the guy's hands, and he signs my little pad that I had with me. It was a pad. It wasn't even like that. It was a pad. And there it is. I will come in closer.
By the way, if this match is actually next, you're not going to hear from me for a couple minutes.
I thought that was some Sarsa.
That's incredible.
Because at least we had some suspense. But wait, it's not done. At least my favorite part of that. Because it's great to have an autograph.
And then my dad's like, "Hey, could you take a picture with my son, by the way?" Rock goes to pose for a picture with me, and he's posed, and he's in pose. He's getting in his limousine. He's in pose with me. And some lady comes darting by and knocks the camera right out of my dad's hand. And the picture you have the picture of The Rock, just from the distance. There's no picture of him and I in there. It's just a picture of the ground. And that's when the lady knocked the thing out of his hand.
Oh.
I would have stabbed that lady to death.
Yeah, and it's like, "I'm so sorry, but we gotta go, nice meeting you, buddy," and then got into the limo and
films everywhere.
Yeah, no, it was one of those film cameras too.
All right. So I do have a question I need to ask, and I think TJ, you were talking about Cornette's podcast, and I wanted to ask, with all the shit we get from AFS, how in the Sam hell does anybody have time to listen to anything else?
I listen to Cornette on the way to and from work.
See,
I listen to ad-free shows at home.
I made time for one extra podcast in my life. Does anybody know what that is?
Shift work.
Saved by the Pod.
It is, in fact, Saved by the Pod.
Oh.
Nice.
That is the
Nice
only
plug.
podcast.
Friends of the show, Saved by the Pod. We'll have Paulie B on the end of this month.
Don't tell Lori.
Oh yeah, don't tell Lori that, because I only listen to
TJ.
Lori's podcast when I'm told to.
I thought you said that this match was the main event.
The Royal Rumble's the main event.
The Rumble's always the main event, but this is the singles main event.
Yes.
Hey, Carl.
Did I just hear Efren?
Yeah,
You did.
Oh, hey, there's Efren in his car.
Rocco's dad takes him to see The Rock, right? My dad takes me to see The Night Stalker.
Oh, no. So this
I
this
lost
promo,
that. I lost. That was so phenomenal. Like
this promo they're showing right now is one of the greatest promos of all time.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Wait. We got to go back to the Night Stalker. What? Like
the
the Night
not
Stalker?
no, not the Night Stalker from UWF. The Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez.
Ramirez.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the actual Night Stalker. There's a huge documentary coming out on Netflix about him. Why did he take you to see him?
Because he's my father and I'm me.
Okay.
So Phil,
wow.
And that being said, after
We're losing Efren. I think he hit a dead spot.
and Phil,
It's fun.
I am pulling in.
That's what
Thank
she
you for
said.
letting me join you. So.
Yes, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Efren.
Efren,
Thank
ladies and gentlemen. At
Will we
Efren
see-
Blackjack.
Will we see you next week?
Are you,
This is amazing.
Sounds like a transformer.
that's actually that's the beat that we use in our boy band Lamaze. To LA Maz.
I cannot wait for this match. This is such a great match.
So this is, I'm 15 years old here. No, I'm getting ready to turn 15. You turned 15 at WrestleMania 2000 or around there. And I am such a huge Foley mark, as you guys know well enough by now. I tell you all the time. And this match, I'm so amped for this match right now. It's not even 15-year-old me. I'm ready to knock walls down.
This is probably the 10th time I've watched this match, and I love it every single fucking
Yeah,
time.
it doesn't get old.
This is
one
one
of
of
my
the
favorites.
This
Do-
is
do
one
you
of
guys-
the best storytelling matches ever. This match would be in my top 3 ever if The Rock did not interfere. It was unnecessary. It ruined the end. I don't know why they
It
decided
did-
that had to happen.
It didn't add anything to the story.
They did
No,
not.
it didn't.
They took away from
You-
it.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember during the montage they just showed where they showed Triple H, like I think he like grabbed Foley and like did a pile driver on a table, and I think that's the infamous shot where Foley's got the skid marks.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
That, by the way, live from Providence, Rhode Island. Just throwing that out there.
Jesus Christ.
I
Phil
was
Jack-
there.
Hashtag humble brag.
Phil,
I see, and here's what I don't understand. And this might be the source of it. Triple H is, he's gotten the brand of the shovel, which I don't get, but that's another topic for another day. But I think a lot of that stems from here, this match, because a lot of people wanted to see. It's cool. We saw Mankind get to be champion 3 times. I want to see Cactus Jack be champion at least once. And kind of like Bruce says, Undertaker didn't need the belt. Piper didn't need the belt. Cactus Jack as world champion would have been weird.
yes.
As much as I love him, it would have been weird to see Cactus Jack as
Talk
champion.
about
because these
weird.
two-
Earl Hebner is fucking patting him on the stomach. Like, come on, buddy.
Yes.
Come on.
Who
Do we have a
chases-
time
yeah,
code?
TJ, I agree with that.
Time code is 109, 13, 14, 15, 16.
We're dead on. So I'm gonna pin my video here because
Yeah, I'm at 109.29.
I think all of my Foley things except for my signed Raw magazine is behind me. So let me zoom in because I can't see very well.
Phil, you're at 24, 20.
Let's see. You can see the Foley to my right there. He's got the big gold, just the couch cushions covering it up. You can also see on this side. You can see my son's head.
I love the Wayne's World art, by the way.
That's my favorite one I got. Although something to wrestle, I can't remember which one I got, but it's also good. There's 3 Foley books by JR there. And then there's another one right there. And then the Rise and Fall of ECW is above my head. Or no, it's not, that's Nitro book.
The Guy Evans.
Yes. Also, Rocco I also have a Rock autograph. It's right there.
Oh, that's cool.
And my Cactus Jack poster way off over to the side.
So my McFoley autographs, it's funny because I got 2 of them. And the first one he did, I guess the marker just kind of faded out on him. So he ended up doing this one.
Oh, wait,
I
there
got
is
both of
another
them.
one. Hold on, let me pin my video again because there's another one. He's in the picture, but I didn't have him autographed. So there's Kane and Mankind right above my head.
Yeah,
I did.
see them.
Kane signed that. I didn't have Mick Foley sign that. And when I got that picture taken or I bought the picture and had it autographed by Kane, Foley was also there. So I could have easily had him autograph it. But by that point, I had his autograph like 4 times already. And I was like, he's gonna file a restraining order if I keep doing this. So I'm just gonna leave him alone for right now.
Yeah. So do you want to get Frank and Bruno's attention?
I'm here. I've been
Ugh.
listening. Oh shit.
Oh shit! Look at
Oh,
man
wow.
boner. I love this. This shot. This shot is great.
absolutely.
What are you at?
I mean, any shot with Shawn.
Cactus or
Michaels in it.
Triple H in the
And
same
he's
shot,
dead.
screaming.
Matt,
Cactus just slowly unraveling, and Triple H is backing away.
All right, I'm at 111.31.
Hey, I put a link in the chat if y'all want to watch that later.
Watch what?
My match against Cabana Man.
Oh, cool.
Bragger.
You said TJ, you're at what?
I'm at 110, 25, 26, 27.
110.
Yes.
Oh
I'm
my
at
gosh.
111. I'm at 112.
I was saying
Yeah,
I'm at 111.
112, 3, 4.
You guys are ahead.
I'm
Five.
I'm
Brady
112.
and I-
We
Brady
were all
and I-
together in the beginning.
Yeah, I was
This
saying.
always happens.
Yep.
It's so weird because I was just about to. I'm at 112.31.
Yeah, me too. Well, 112.21.
Yeah,
22,
I'm
23.
112.20.
24.
Can
Yeah,
we talk about how great Cactus's swinging neck breaker is?
It's
Like nobody
underrated.
does a
Does
neck
is great.
breaker like that anymore, and they should.
I-
'cause that's a cool move.
I mean, you might not hear from me very much during this match. I love this match.
Oh, that.
I don't want to get and I'm not comparing the two moves at all.
Swing.
Good God.
That put his head out in the 15th row.
I was
Triple H
gonna
did the too sweet, by the way.
Oh my God.
When he lifted his arms in the air, he had the 2 sweet symbols up. So
Also,
That was a Gary Sheffield.
it should not be lost on people that when HBK was having a hard time getting over his world champ at 96, this isn't me poking fun, it's true. He's having a hard time, he was missing that something extra. He was just a pretty boy. What did they do? Mankind, My Games, 96.
Absolutely.
Gave him the edge. And now here in 2000, Triple H was kind of in the same boat.
Yeah.
Pretty boy, great body, dating the boss's daughter. And sorry, I don't think they were actually dating yet, but regardless. And he needs that edge. Here comes Cactus Jack.
I mean,
That's a very
Now
good
they're going to
parallel.
re-show it. They're showing not only the replay of that shot to the face. Did they edit out the Rock and Mankind I Quit match? The chair shots?
I don't know. I haven't even tried to watch it.
They edited a couple of them out.
On the network, they edited out.
Yes.
I'm done. I'm canceling my subscription.
Oh, stop!
No, I'm done.
I want to see concussions in front of my face at
No,
all times.
no. That's not what it is. The reason that I like the network is because I want to go on the network and watch the shows I remember. And yes, back then wrestling was a little bit more edgy when it comes to that shit. There should be no editing of anything.
So should we have seen Mae Young's titties a minute ago?
I'm sorry. Yes, I should. I pay for this fucking subscription. I want to see what's
I pay for
supposed
my
to be
memories.
there.
I want to remember my memories.
The only thing that needs to remain edited on this network is Over the Edge 1999.
everyone, please send your hate tweets once again to @Cobalicious.
The only thing that should remain edited on this network is Over the Edge 1999.
I've never watched that show, and I will never watch that show.
What about this? Think about when we watched
No, Henry.
Super Clash, and how much blood was coming from Kerry Von Erich.
Oh,
I mean, like, or Eddie Guerrero, JBL, or any of that. But that's fine. But you're not going to show.
The other thing
I love the. Are those guys supposed to be beefaroni?
Hold on, Henry's up first.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just confused that Frank wants to cancel the network because he can't see old sagging titties. I mean, you can see those for free on Pornhub. You don't have to pay for them. You really don't want to.
Or
Why are you complaining that they're editing out chair shots?
Henry with his one show zinger. That's what he does.
Or call some jail in New Jersey and see if Sonny's on the line.
Isn't she locked up in Pennsylvania?
Totally missing the fucking point, but we'll go with it.
Just, they only edited out 5 chair shots. And are you really going to miss those 5?
If there's 11 of them, I better see 11 of them.
That's a lot.
They also edited out the part of the match where Sid viciously broke his ankle.
Yeah, why? There was no need for that.
Well, Sid viciously broke his ankle because softball season was coming up like a month later.
That was a working leg.
Yeah, that was.
Frank, I love you so much, and part of it is because you have the most weird,
belief system
picadillos I've ever heard in my life.
But part of me is annoyed with myself because I had all the original VHS like this. I had this pay-per-view, or I had the pre-show, the pay-per-view, and the Monday Night Raw after, all on a VHS, and I fucking lost
DVD.
I do have this one on VHS.
No, on VHS. On VHS.
I had a DVD. I remember having this one.
I have it on VHS right meow.
Harder and with more feeling.
That just shows how old we are, TJ.
But Sid's working leg, he did not get a working legs
no, he did not.
He got
working
it at,
legs
he got it at Von Erich's Legs and More.
Oh
God.
Well, no, because
it was only his foot, Carl.
Even if Von Erich's legs are less.
It would. Oh shit! Von Erich's legs.
Yikes! But speaking of,
that's a walk off. That's a walk off.
So there's the shot where he tore up his leg. Did you see that?
No, wait. Where was the wait?
Oh man!
The suplex on the pallet.
Yeah, that is super gnarly.
I'll just walk this off. I'll be fine.
Like my knee hurts now.
Well, especially you got to think of. I always wondered if this played into his quad, because wasn't he, I know he got stitched up, but like he has to really favor it, and it was his other, or wasn't it that leg?
Yeah,
because like Vince
right
overcompensated. Okay, yeah, Vince just took 2 steps with one torn quad and ripped the other one. So like I always wondered if this led up.
That is the best wrestling of all time.
If he hadn't hurt this leg here, I think you're onto something, Carl, because his legs are clearly very built and very strong.
Right.
If he hadn't hurt himself here, I don't know if his quad tear would have been as severe because it wouldn't have already been weakened.
I watched that match live that happened, the quad tear, and I didn't catch it. I didn't know anything about it. But then
he no-sold the hell out of it.
They show the video, and they show the exact moment it happened, and they slow-mo it. And Triple H gives you and then you can see it roll up like a window curtain up to his hips.
Yes, you can. If you watch the slow-mo, you can watch the muscle retract up in his leg.
It's god awful.
Speaking of VHSs, I think TJ appreciated it because he's a VHS collector.
Stop it.
I am the master and the ruler of the universe.
Is that Tatanka?
Yeah.
No. Is it? I thought
that is that.
Yeah, it's Tatanka and Sid.
That cringy
Sid and Tatanka.
And Bam Bam.
Bam Bam, yeah.
Oh, I didn't see Bam Bam, yeah. Wow.
And that cringy.
In front of Diesel.
That was the Mabel King of the Ring.
Oh, Mabel
95.
was the third man.
Shut your filthy mouth with that shit.
This is obvious. It obviously was a video store going out of business.
Nobody around it.
I have several blockbusters that are not mine.
I was probably the last one to
one
watch
thing that really throws me about this match. A second ago, before Cactus Jack goes to hit Triple H with that 2x4 wrapped in barbed wire, Earl Hebner tries to stop him.
Yeah, right.
I love. I'm such a dork now when it comes to tapes. It just fascinates me. By the way, I still own the tape library for Ring of Honor from 02 to 05. But
That is probably one of your
Hashtag
best
humble brag.
purchases on this show.
it was. I actually looked up like what's like because I was curious, like what is one of the more valuable VHS tapes of wrestling to own, and I have to believe it's true because I saw it come up several times in
You
several
go,
articles.
It's just like, what the fuck do I do with this?
In your house,
Oh,
best friends, better enemies
yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
comes
that's
up a
so
lot because
good.
apparently it was super rare when it came out.
How about when the that girl threw up the WWE did a special on it, but that girl threw up the Tom McGee Bret Hart match
Yeah.
Oh,
on
yes.
eBay, and people were like, "This isn't real. This can't be," and it was. And that thing shot through it like went like bonkers. It's like I actually think WWE. I don't know if she got anything for it.
You know, I could see.
He just murdered Hugo Savinovich.
Wait,
Yeah, you could see-
they swapped the 2x4s. Wait a minute. That's a gimmick 2x4.
Nice,
Yeah.
they did. They went her. That's a
They
good call.
swapped them.
Uh-huh.
Wait a second, you're saying that first one was real?
But you
And now
see,
Hebner's trying to stop him again.
you go back to it though. You see Hugo Savanovich's look on his face when Earl Hebner hands it to him. He's like, "Hey, que diablos hago?"
He's like, he is.
Translation: what the fuck do I do?
On a minor related side note, I am assistant manager at Blockbuster Video years old.
Our Blockbuster closed just like, I want to say like 5 or 6 years ago. I miss that place.
Have you? By the way, the last Blockbuster has its own Twitter account.
I love it.
It's in Fairbanks, isn't it?
You guys need to follow it. If
I do.
Now.
Phenomenal.
What about Movie Gallery?
What about
What's
them?
that?
You don't know what Movie Gallery is?
It's a video store chain.
I'm aware of them. Why? Why
We
did they
didn't
come up?
have that where I come from.
What about Family Video? No one gives a shit. That's
TJ, I was about to say.
Family Video.
I was literally about to transition to that. They just announced that the rest of the Family Videos in the United States are closing.
There's one in town.
Yeah, there's one
Here.
right down the road from me.
I'm actually surprised it took this long, but yeah, it's on the wrong side of the desk. They definitely switched to, but that's fine. So the last Blockbuster, because full disclosure, we're recording on January 9th, so we are just after the chaos of the Capitol and all that shit. And if you want to hear my thoughts on that, just DM me. I'd be more than happy to tell you.
Yeah, it was not a pay-per-view. That was
No, that
Capitol
happened.
Combat.
That was real life, sadly.
You could have watched that on CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, any major news outlet.
That's not a working.
Even the
Capitol either.
non-major ones.
I had to call Frank Bruno to ask him, "Hey, what happened?" I literally did. I'm like, "Hey, what happened today?"
But anyway, that's at T Stevens 91. Go ahead and DM me. I'll tell you all you want to hear about it as a military vet and how fucking pissed I am. But the last Blockbuster tweeted something out because Trump's now permanently banned from Twitter, which bye. And
all social media, as a matter of fact, Twitter,
what?
Facebook, Twitch,
yes,
Twitter, Facebook, Twitch,
MySpace.
Pinterest,
Instagram,
Snapchat,
all of it.
everything.
Yes, they just did.
You will not be missed.
I'm not sure on my political. I don't vote, so I just didn't know you could get somebody off all.
That's why
He's the
Trump
first
wanted to
one.
repeal Section 230.
Oh,
Which actually, what's ironic about this is
And
they actually
Cactus
did
Jack
that.
sort of breaks the
Oh
table.
my god, that monitor!
If they actually did that, they would have to ban more people. But it's another discussion
So,
for another day.
Triple H is bleeding like a stuck pig, but I
Yes.
can't watch someone get hit in the head with a chair 11
Yes,
times.
Frank, get over it already.
I will never get over it.
God, go
If
to a
I
payphone.
pay for something, you give me the authentic shit.
This
But
is
anyway.
one of the few times you see the English announce table get
God damn it! Quit
brutalized.
talking over this great match and
I think
let me change the
Sapphire
subject.
agrees with you, Frank, because my cat literally just came into my bedroom and just went.
No,
left.
that's the
Yeah,
kind
the
of
table
pussy
didn't
I
really
like.
buckle until he fell down.
Which cat are you talking about, Brandy?
My
Wait,
cat
Randy,
Sapphire.
Did you do something different with your hair?
Kind of, yes.
I noticed and I like it. I'm just
I'll
saying.
tell you, get a room, guys. We're watching wrestling.
Adam,
TJ,
don't
we're
you
so-
worry.
I'm
Later
sorry.
on, I'm going to be watching your YouTube video and hog watching. Okay.
Thank you.
That didn't seem like a happy look, Adam.
Oh, I'm
It seemed very pensive.
What the hell's pensive mean?
Mike Pence.
I have no idea.
Oh,
I know
and
it's a
that's-
word. I think I
that's-
used it
but
right, but I don't know what
hey,
the fuck it means.
Dude, how about the-
Pensive means hesitant.
How about the grotesque zoom in of here's a bullet hole?
Yeah,
His
the hole in his
leg.
leg.
Yeah.
Oh my
mean-
god.
Meanwhile, Triple H's parents are sitting like 2 rows back.
Oh,
Dude,
they were there?
that-
Fantastic.
that slingshot over the turnbuckle, like to hit the post, so good.
That was good.
That
Yeah.
was so good.
You know, I swear it looked like he hit the 3 right before his shoulder came up.
Can I say my
It's
It's like
funny
he
tweet
knows the
now?
finish
What?
already.
No.
Oh yeah. No wait. Yeah.
So the
So what happened to the big buff security guard? What happened to him?
Jim Dodson? Let's let TJ tell us about his tweet first.
All right. Sorry, TJ.
Anyway, the goddamn last Blockbuster tweeted that they were suspending Donald Trump's account, but they were going to make him pay his $32,745.26 in late fees. And it fucking tickled me. I thought it was funny.
He really has that many late fees?
I hope so. God, I hope so.
Definitely.
Because
You
that would
guys
just be
have-
perfect.
Be kind,
I-
rewind.
They
I'm
gotta,
go ahead.
they gotta be all Stormy Daniels' movies.
That begs the question: how many copies of Debbie Does the Devil in Dallas does he own?
When
Is that
I was
real?
That is
Yeah.
the real name of an adult movie. Yes, from like the 19.
Henry, you can say porn. It's fine.
That is the title of a pornographic film from the
Oh, my
1980s.
Lord.
Graphic.
Henry,
Well,
I need
I,
you
Are you
Say
a,
it-
are you
say
a
it.
preacher?
say porn. Say porno. Say it. Just say porn.
Just say, look at Frank's face. Just say porno.
say cock and
Porno.
balls.
Say that porno.
Say
you
cock and
Just
balls.
play with your cock and balls for mama. Those of you who grew up with Adam Sandler as Adam Sandler
Yeah.
recognize that one.
Oh, that was
Absolutely.
great.
What
So
was your
Phil-
favorite? What was your favorite, TJ? What was the best?
Album or
Yeah,
track?
Track.
Man. So just because it's an OG, Fatty McGee's up there.
Daddy McGee, they're all gonna laugh at you.
Yeah.
No, they're all gonna laugh at you.
At a medium pace.
Medium pace.
Yeah,
I've
pace.
never been able to look at a shampoo bottle the same ever again.
No.
The one that
Yeah.
always
What
got
about
me was
grandparents that you had us listen to one night on Zoom.
Ooh.
Or
there's one where he's talking to some guy and he's like, I bet you have really hairy balls. And the guy's like,
Oh, that's the buffoon.
The buffoon.
yes, it's
The
a veritable
buffoon, yeah.
forest down there.
Was that with us when I was drunk that one night? We're listening to Adam Sandler.
yes, we're on Zoom at like 2 o'clock.
5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I was half in the bag.
What about the,
The
did you guys ever
goat.
like
The
Jerky
goat.
Boys?
The receiving
goat.
goat. Hey,
Yeah, the
hey,
goat.
goat, go out for a pass.
Oh, you
Fuck,
And
you
then
really
the one,
missed that one in there.
you fucking
Where
button
you
hooked me.
Yeah, I gotta
um,
download that. I gotta.
Where he's
guys-
asking people, listen to this recording. Is it people working out at
No,
the
people
gym
having
or
sex.
people having sex?
Yeah, also great. We are definitely not having sex.
Only
There are
because I can
no
see the
dumbbells
sign
in
up-
this room. Those are just my balls.
Meanwhile,
Only because
the,
I've seen the sign now like 3 times. I'd like to point out that this portion of WWF Royal Rumble 2000 is brought to you by the New York Lottery. Hey, you never know.
Also, Toll Booth Willie. How can I forget Toll Booth Willie?
I'm coming out of the booth.
How could I forget Toll Booth Willie?
I
Ugh.
So I just noticed what Phil put in the chat. The story is hitting Eric Bischoff levels of length.
Was
no, it was start. Yeah, but it was good Sarsa. You
It's good. I mean,
Right.
like
No,
father, like
I wasn't-
son.
I wasn't knocking it. I was just comparing it because it's like you could have just been like, yeah, I went and got a picture with The Rock at the Regis Film and Show, and the camera.
You
knocked
know
on
what's
the
funny
hand and
was
gave him a napkin.
you typed that.
Yeah.
And I saw it because I had the chat up. I saw it as soon as you typed it, as that story was going on. And in my head, I'm going, you just went on for like 3 hours last week about like, oh, I don't go to the gym, but I do push-ups at home. And it was like forever and loving yourself. And I'm like, don't even, no, you, sir, You hush while the story's being told.
Was last week Super Bowl? What was last week?
Last week was January 4th, 99 with Evan.
Yes.
Right.
The Rock.
Oh, that was back to back. Oh, right.
Yes, because we had our special guest, which you'll have to
Special guest,
stay tuned
yep.
later this month. And
Before that would have been Pondwater Dave and Super Clash 3.
Oh my gosh, dude! I wish he
We
stayed on
need
longer.
Dave
I had
back
so
on
many
here.
more questions.
definitely need to
So,
get
are
on
those
that.
gimmick handcuffs that Cactus Jack is wearing, or the Triple H actually?
Henry, they're 2 feet long. What do you think?
Yeah, they're pretty long. To any, yeah, those
She
are.
said.
Guys?
Those handcuffs are for 2 things: handcuffing Cactus Jack to the ropes
And sexy time.
and
And-
headboards.
Yeah, I was to say anything in 50 Shades of Grey.
Can I no, real quick question. You were talking about Adam Sandler.
That was impressive.
Did anybody ever get into Jerky Boys?
Yes.
My favorite one was
Kicked my
he's
dog.
he's like, I'm signing and shit. I'm a signing and shit. What is your name? What apartment number? 2F. 2S? No. F as in fuck, baby. Like,
But I think why they've had those longer handcuffs. Do you remember the year before, the Rock match, Rock Foley match at the Royal Rumble
yes, the one that
before?
I can't watch the 11 headshots.
Yeah.
Frank,
in.
let it
That
go.
You can watch 8 of
Frank.
them or
No,
7, whatever.
Frank.
What?
Let it go. Let it
shit.
go.
You
no
cannot
shit.
hold
You
me
shouldn't-
back anymore.
You
My belts
shouldn't
are
give a
moving.
shit anymore.
Frank, you know what? If we get that out to the masses, Beyond the Mat will now be watched. Because there are people. I'm angry now too. Now I'm gonna go watch Beyond the Mat and make Barry Blaustein a whole bunch more money.
I have Beyond the Mat on VHS.
Oh,
Me
I have it
too.
on DVD. Do you know what I have on
Oy.
DVD? It's my most prized DVD. Is Wrestling with Shadows.
I have that on
Fucked
VHS.
up that chair.
wow. See that part flying? Jesus Christ.
I have The Wrestler on VHS.
How do you
like
have the
VHS.
wrestler on VHS?
The Greg Gagne version.
Oh God, that one.
I have
Wait,
Deadpool on VHS.
wait,
I have
wait.
the Vern Gagne version, not the Randy the Ram version.
I hate that movie.
Which one?
The Randy the Ram one.
Oh my God, dude! It's one of the greatest movies.
I
That's,
just can't. I can't.
Oh,
I was not a fan either.
I watched
Too-
it
is
once.
Too much?
No, they made it seem like every wrestler ever is Sabu.
No, but I mean, that was it. I mean, using
Or Ric Flair.
Necro Butcher, using the Real Boys, going over spots, the camera work.
No, that part I appreciated.
Oh,
But it's like not every wrestler is that.
but it did touch on a subculture of if that didn't exist prior to Dark Side of the Ring. Because at the end, does he die? I mean, like,
Well, that's my
Randy the
question.
Ram is essentially Michael P.S. Hayes as a deathmatch wrestler.
no,
Is he dead? That's my thing. Did he die?
That's the best part because
I think he
it's like an Inception. See, I always thought it was like deeper Inception, that it's like wrestling is the your own canvas to paint your own ending to it.
Here,
Like, what happened to him? Did he die? Did he not? Wrestling blurs that line, and that's why I thought the ending was one of the.
I'm gonna go get my the wrestler VHS. I'll be right back.
Now,
were you
the
just
Mickey
about to
Rourke-
say? Were you just about to say, Carl? It's one of the best endings in a movie history because if you were gonna say that, I was gonna just say, I see dead people.
Hey, real
Okay.
quick, guys, before TJ gets back, we can all agree, right? He has the world's smallest penis.
Oh my God.
See, with Wrestling with Shadows, if I wanted to see an effing you-know-what complain for literally 3 hours, I would call 2 ex-girlfriends.
Look, Carl, Frank Bruno about spit his water out.
Here's the thing. Yeah, when he's in his indoor pool and he pops up, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Man, he's got a nice ass.
Not sure.
So whatever happened to
Where
the
did that come from, Henry?
security guy?
I gotta ask who. I wasn't looking.
You didn't notice when Cactus Jack tried to basically murder Triple H through the
He pulled his tights with the pile driver. He pulled his tights back.
way up.
Oh, okay. Yes, Triple H does have a nice ass.
Meanwhile, they're 5 feet away from his parents.
Oh God.
Are they? Are those?
You know what? I
guys
don't
guys
get
are
it. This
like-
is a street fight. Why didn't he try to pin him in the aisle? It would have been legal.
Well, no,
No,
it's
not in a
false
street
count
fight.
anywhere.
Yeah.
It's not a
Yeah,
false
it's
count
street fight.
everywhere. Yeah.
It's not
So in a
false
street
count
fight,
anywhere.
there's no rules except I have to pin the other guy in the ring.
Yep.
Correct.
Pretty much.
I
That's
forgot about
stupid.
So,
Yeah. I don't know.
as far as Jim Dodson, he did pass away not too terribly long ago.
Who's
The big security guy that Adam was just talking about.
Oh, he passed away?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What, the guy with the with that backwards
Is-
hat?
Yeah.
Really?
Ah, yeah. Thumbtacks.
If you listen to
Oh.
Stone Cold's podcast, he talks about him a little bit.
Okay, well, I don't have time, so tell me what happens.
No, that's what I know. He passed away. By the way, Stephanie McMahon in 2000.
Hey,
Roll Tide on
Stephanie
that one.
McMahon now.
now Adam,
Roll Tide.
I've asked this question before and gotten different answers. And now that you're an actual trained wrestler, I don't know if you've done any of this. You have to take one bump. Let's say you're in your like you're right. You were like at your best or where you felt the most comfortable in the ring, and the promoter said tax or Legos. What are you taking?
Probably tax.
Oh God.
Me too.
Because Legos are four-sided and they will hurt
Yep.
everywhere.
That is the
Yeah.
correct answer.
Fuck.
Give me the tax all day.
Yeah.
Tax all day.
Tax
Also-
or
Legos
Legos.
suck.
What I'm trying to say before about the handcuffs, so why they made them longer this year, this in 2000, because if you notice in '99, it was a struggle to get Rock getting the handcuffs on Mick to begin with. They were tight on Mick.
I see what you're saying.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Triple
Oh,
H is over in the corner
pedigree.
trying to bleed on Earl Hebner.
Oh, pedigree.
By the way,
tax.
I heard you guys, and I definitely was just getting this tape and not peeing in a floor drain in my basement. But what?
Ah.
Wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. I gotta go. I gotta really quick. Just
Hey, whatever happens, don't edit that out. Frank would get pissed.
I will never. I've only edited out one thing ever in
Oh
the
my
history of
God,
this show.
Carl.
Two things ever in the history of this show.
oh, so much better. Okay, there we go. Sorry. It's not. It's Conrad special in a.
Oh.
Thing.
Look at that.
Love you for that, Carl.
It's a clear, yeah. But I blocked it. It's a
I don't even know.
Wizinator.
And here's the only other thing that really irritated me about Cactus Jack Triple H matches, and Mick Foley or anyone. It was always 3 pedigrees. He kick out of the first 2 and lose the third one. There's 2.
Oh yeah.
Do you get more angry, or do you have a bigger problem with the trace pedigrees or the slow cover on Booker?
The slow cover on Booker. What do you mean?
WrestleMania.
Supposedly he slow covered Booker T at WrestleMania.
It's
19.
like 25 seconds.
Oh, no, there's no supposedly. The cover was slow.
on
the
purpose?
argument is whether he did it on purpose to bury him or if that was supposed to be how the match.
I don't think he did.
How would it have buried him? Because
Because
he stayed down the entire time.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he's like, it's like an
thumbtack sticking
it's
out
like
his
he-
neck.
honestly, it's like he took a marshmallow-sized Ambien and tried to crawl. You know what it is? It's like in Wolf of Wall Street where he's trying to get into the car and he's in after taking the ludes,
Yeah.
and he's like,
Actually, I remember I was
Yeah.
going to say now.
Yeah.
I heard what you guys were talking about between thumbtacks or Legos.
yeah,
And I just want to say the Lego thing is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
it is. I've seen it in person, and
Ended on Lego?
it was that Jarek.
I'm sorry. What was the question? If I ever stepped on a Lego?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
One, I have 2 children.
yeah. I was gonna say, of course, yeah.
And-
yeah.
and
Like, it's
2, if
fucking torture.
If I was legit, it is definitely. If I was a legit fighter and I saw one of my opponents bringing Legos to the ring, I'm gonna kick the shit out of him then.
when I
Because
saw
you're
the-
embarrassing me by bringing toys to the ring.
the back
Hateful
body drop was
toys.
so gross, dude. When I saw it done and he got up and the Legos were in his back, I was like, oh my god! Like, and there wasn't any blood, but I'm like, just the sheer color of the skin and like the shaking. He wasn't selling. It was like it was Jerick and Bad Dude Tito or Tito.
What was it, Tito?
It was no ropes.
Or was it Rico?
Can we just take 1 second to appreciate how on point, great friend of the show, Sergeant Slaughter's mustache is?
You said that
Friend
3
of the
times.
show.
Tony Schiavone's is better.
Did you work out a deal with him where he now pays you every time?
No, he followed us on Twitter.
Did we get? Are we getting any Chef Boyardee overstuffed ravioli?
I hope so.
Well,
I
there was a
love that
Back to the
shit.
Future shirt. Did anybody catch that blue Back to the Future shirt real quick? There's a guy on the.
Oh, Rocco, no, there's your shirt right there. Lay it to smack it down.
There's a Faith No More guy.
I don't
guy
know
with
what
the-
you're talking about.
Faith
There's, a
No
lot,
More
there's
guy.
a lot happening there now.
Faith No More guy. Just look up famous ECW fans. Straw Hat guy, sign guy, Faith No More
Faith No More
guy. He's the guy. He had like actually he's got like these.
Look at the blood on the announce table. Jesus.
Plain
Steph-
Heads High School can suck it. That's great.
Stephanie McMahon is something else here in 2000. Good Lord.
Roll Tide.
He's something else.
God
now.
damn. That's true.
Randy was hog watching Triple H before.
Ugh.
Of course.
I was hog watching Triple H.
I've always oddly enough have wanted to look up on what they paid rent wise for this, because Bruce always talks about how expensive it is, and knowing what that is now, or being there, because I mean, every tourist goes there, of course. Rocco.
We had an interesting conversation last week, Rocco. We were watching the Raw where Foley wins the title. So a year before this.
Mhm.
And Triple H helps him win the title, right? With DX.
No, or Stone Cold.
Well, Stone Cold too, but DX was there.
Yeah.
And I asked the question, because you picked this show and we're so involved in the story, and it's almost over. We got a month to go. But I asked the question, and I wouldn't be shocked knowing Hunter. Well, as far as what I've heard, as a student of the game and all other stuff. Do you think in January of '99, when Foley wins the title and Triple H is there, do you think Foley knew then that Hunter was going to be the guy that was going to retire him a year later? Because I think he did.
I don't know. That's actually a good point. To what you're saying though, that maybe he did, but I don't know if they were thinking that far in it. Maybe he felt it. I don't. Are you trying to say though? Maybe
I'm not saying the
was it
company
discussed?
thought that. I thought Mick was thinking, "Hey, when I'm ready to go, this is going to be the guy."
probably because Mick was actually, if you listen to a couple of the shows, he was fairly close to Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
And they loved him and they respected him so much that Shawn and Hunter wanted the main event that year to be Austin Foley, not Austin Rock. In '99.
That's interesting.
So what was his last match? What year was Mick Foley's last match?
Well,
Well, I mean,
retired.
Yeah, well, his last official match.
TNA was, I think, 2011.
Wow.
But WWF match, the first time around.
It was the Flair SummerSlam match, wasn't it? The street fight?
Yeah, but no, I'm saying like the first intended retirement match.
Oh, no, yeah.
That was February.
Right, a month after this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
Okay.
Well, but the one that was, it was Edge or RKO.
Edge.
See, there's so many Foley retirement matches that we all have different answers.
Well, there's only been one Foley retirement match that I'm aware of, and that was the one after this one. I don't know if he had another one. He just kept coming back.
Yeah.
So, Carl, that match was with Johnny Yuma, and it was an unsanctioned
Oh, Johnny
match.
Yuma.
And it was an unsanctioned match for Championship Wrestling from Hollywood.
No ropes.
And Frank
no,
is-
there was ropes.
Oh, there was ropes. Bad Dude Tito.
But it was non-sanctioned.
Tito
Yeah.
and
Sorry, the
Tito's-
blood's flowing here. Sorry, I'll be right
Yeah.
back.
Thank you.
Oh God, why does he have to look so good?
Oh,
I was just checking to see if there was
Why
any
does Pamela
crossover.
Anderson have to look so good?
Exactly.
I can't find any crossover real quick of Mick and Tara Rising in WCW.
And
Terrorizing.
and the
No, because
Hunters,
I think when Hunter debuted in WCW, Mick was already in ECW.
I
I
believe
believe.
so.
Holy cow.
There's
Mick would have gone over in
post-chest
Here
protector
comes
'95.
the
duo.
winner of the
Yeah.
2000 Royal Rumble.
Yeah, post chest protector right there.
But the Hunter Sean thing with Mania and stuff like that with Mick and so that's been speculation. So I think it was even brought up on the WrestleMania 15 podcast with Bruce.
Well, and again, I'm a huge Foley fan.
Yeah.
But when they did the WrestleMania 2000, it was supposed to be Big Show, Rock, Triple H, and Jericho.
Mhm.
And he asked inevitably, why did you get, because, the poster's even out. Why'd you get rid of Jericho and bring in Foley? Well, we need the star power. I don't know if Foley had more star power than Jericho here in 2000.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Wait, one more time. Say that one more time. Wait, I want to make sure I heard that right.
Which
Whoever
part?
start power.
Jericho.
Foley? Or
Foley in 2000 here. I mean, it would be close. Jericho wasn't Jericho yet,
that Jerichoholic shirt.
but he's getting there.
Was all over my middle school, man.
That's
well,
what I mean.
if you look
I
at
mean,
the
like-
crowd
I
here,
mean,
all
like-
the Jericho signs, all the
I
Jericho Hall,
mean-
Jerichoholics, Jericho signs.
And
Well,
again,
I think-
we know now Foley did not want to come back at WrestleMania 2000. The only reason why he did was to main event at WrestleMania. That was it.
And I heard that was, from what Foley has said, in I think one of the documentaries about Foley, that Vince McMahon felt bad for not putting him ever in a main event, and that was kind of like, hey pal, you're gonna be in the main event,
Hey,
or something like that.
What about CM Punk?
Yeah.
We just watched that. That was this day in wrestling history where it was him and The Rock.
God, I hated that pay-per-view so much.
Fucking same here. Absolutely
it.
hated it.
Hated it.
The one where Rock won it?
When he beat Punk for
I,
the title.
I just
With the people's fucking elbow.
I was stunned at watching it, knowing Punk. Now, granted, I know Punk, his personality much more than I did back then. I'm still like watching that whole thing play out. I'm shocked Punk sold for him. Shocked.
It should have been at Mania a triple threat match with those three. It's that simple.
It should have been Punk and Jericho for the title. Period.
And if they wanted to give Rock that main event, it should have been Rock Punk.
wait. That do it 2 years in a row.
Or Punk and anybody. Don't do.
Yeah.
Rock
Oh
and
my
Cena.
good God.
Oh, hey, you know what? Let's do
Wow.
Rock and Cena once in a
Right.
lifetime part 2, but this time the talisman. I'm like, didn't
did
care
he-
the first time.
So Mosh got inspired by Mae Young here.
Do we get?
It looks cold in the arena.
I was gonna say, Tom is something.
Tie and tie.
Tie and tie, but there's no
I'm way
go.
behind.
God
'cause-
damn it.
You guys are so far ahead of me.
That was not.
Let's
That
do a
was
time
not-
check. Time check.
We are at
Oh, wait a minute! I just got Mosh. I just got Thrasher with 2 cones on.
Yeah, you're behind us.
You're
148,
behind, Carl.
148, 17, 18,
18,
19.
19.
I'm a full minute and a
20.
half behind.
I'm exactly where you're at.
Were
with-
Kai and
with
Ty
me.
supposed to be in the Royal Rumble?
They
Yeah.
kept running in. No,
And
I don't.
they got taken out right at the last minute or something.
I'm just upset that Dick to Go wasn't there.
I mean,
That
can you
was
imagine how much
that
of
was
this stuff we couldn't get by with now that they got by with in 2000?
That
Some
was
of the
far.
fines and stuff.
That was far past Stick to go.
D'Lo
Yeah.
Brown's lowdown was gorgeous, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We need more Dick to Go in our
We
WWE
always
network.
need more Dick to Go.
Oh,
They
this,
need
this
a
is your
Brandy.
this is your yearly Royal Rumble reminder that Curtis Axel was never eliminated from the Royal Rumble.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Yep.
He's still in there.
Just like
Yeah, like
Halloween
Halloween
Havoc
Havoc, he's
1998
never-
is yes,
By the
it's
way,
still going on.
That's what's funny is I got bored the other day and I was looking at our YouTube watches per show.
That's number 2
And-
now.
WrestleMania 3 is still our most watched at 80. And then there is a number 2. Well, here, let me pull it up. But number 3 is Halloween Havoc 98.
Why do people hate themselves that much?
Maybe
why?
they need
Because
something
it's
to go
the
to sleep
greatest
to.
23 years of WCW that ever exist. And especially given the events of the last 7 days, if you're going to torture yourself with horrible things that make you want to pull your hair out, Why
Okay.
not take a watch along with WCW Halloween Havoc 1998 and watch the moment when WCW gets flushed down the toilet when they don't put DDP over Goldberg?
So here's the top 5 of
Wait,
Top Guy Theater watch shows. Number 1, episode 3, WrestleMania 3.
I'm sorry.
up, Phil.
something.
Number 1 is episode 1, SummerSlam 97. So shut your face. Or that's number 2 anyway. Number 3 is Halloween Havoc 98, which I don't understand that at all. Number 4, it looks like 59. Yeah, number 4 is King of the Ring 98. And then number 5 is Royal Rumble 94, which was the first time we had Barat on.
I just have to say, I have to say this. Please, anyone that watches this that has not watched the AWA Team Challenge bonus episode, you are doing yourself a disservice. That, as much as I toot my horn on the WrestleMania 3 thing or whatever, AWA Team Challenge, my favorite episode we've ever done.
It's tremendously terrible.
This is before
show,
he did
not our
it for
show.
The Rock.
I'm gonna find. I got 2 things I'm throwing. Watch Adam. Watch Adam's match first. But I have 2 matches I'm throwing into the chat real quick.
Can I so with Efren we're watching WrestleMania 9.
Yes, he was there.
Unfortunately,
With Paulie
He's on.
B,
He's
we're
on camera several times. So
with Paulie B, we're watching what?
Starcade
Starcade
84, the $1
84.
million challenge between Flair and Dusty Rhodes.
All right. So when is Efren next week?
Yes.
Because I want to propose we watch Royal Rumble 2011 at some point.
Was that the Del Rio year?
That's the Del Rio year. There's 40 men in it.
You were
There's a
there.
lot of-
Oh.
okay, if we're
no,
watching,
that's
Was
not the
that
only reason.
Providence?
Yes, no, that was Boston. But
Yeah.
it's a really good show. I mean, it's a 40-man Royal Rumble. We should
and
watch
then
it.
I
The
guess
Red
after that
Sox
we'll watch
still suck.
WrestleMania 19 since
Hey,
everyone else
fuck
was
off.
at that.
Wait a minute.
It
Oh,
has
we're
nothing
gonna
to do
watch
with-
Randy,
WrestleMania
you're so
19.
sweet.
That's a guarantee.
Del
And we're gonna have
Rio-
Mark Nelson on because he was there too.
Yes, for WrestleMania 19, baby.
Del Rio
So-
cashed in on. Who did he
So
did he
what,
get? Was it
what are
Punk?
we doing?
Oh,
a-
I'm sorry. He won Royal Rumble. I'm sorry.
What-
Was it Punk or
what- what-
Orton?
What are we doing a full year watch along?
A
Next
what?
year.
What are we doing a full year watch along?
You think we're gonna watch Full Gear twice in the same 12-month period? No.
No, listen, I had to hear this rant from TJ about fucking Full Gear. me and Mike Kolb had to hear this rant. You're gonna get him winded up again about.
That's why I
about
don't
Full
drink
Gear.
whiskey on recording
I
days
was
anymore.
Wait,
I was
what
on the receiving end of that rant. Thank you.
wait, on what was the topic?
Here
Full
we go.
Gear.
Full
So we've
gear.
stopped
Oh.
wrestling in favor of a
Of dancing.
Dance off.
Yeah.
This right here was better than Full Gear.
Okay.
Mae Young whipping out her titties was better
All
than
right,
this.
Rocco.
I didn't say
Rocco,
this.
I'm
I
gonna
didn't say that.
invite you to eat my ass.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Because- because
Since
Cleaned
when did you
or
start
not?
giving out
nothing
invitations?
compared to
Cleaned or not cleaned?
Oh, it's always not cleaned, my friend. It's always not cleaned.
When you wake up beside Frank Bruno and you see his butt, it's like the grilled cheese sandwich spreading apart.
That's
No! No!
Frank.
No!
That was the weirdest brag I've ever heard in my life. It's always unwashed, my friend. Of course.
Well,
Oh
when I invite someone to eat my ass, it's at its filthiest. That's for sure.
I'm sorry. I don't like sitting through indie spot fests. I'm sorry.
It's grilled
Hold on.
cheese dirty. Ugh.
Okay.
I'll
I have a
just
question.
say this: the Matt Hardy match with Sammy Guevara is one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
So I have a
Oh, I
question. Did you
won't
have a
disagree with
problem
you
with
on
the
that.
girls'
I'll roll
match
tide
on
on
the
it.
buy-in?
If I was
And I
Matt
threw these
Hardy,
two idiots out. I'm just gonna start dancing by myself.
if I was Matt Hardy after that match with Sammy Guevara, I would have crawled on my hands and knees to Vince McMahon saying, "Can you have a job?"
It was his
as a producer?"
idea.
Oh, that's even worse.
That's what makes it worse. It was
They
his
shot it
idea.
at his house.
Yeah, that's at the Hardy compound.
Please stop zooming in on Rikishi's ass.
I wonder why Vince McMahon doesn't give him more creative freedom because that shit happens.
Oh,
That's what they
Steve
do.
Blackman.
this is why WWE controls the creative.
That's your
And
personality
they
here.
still suck. So how do we fix
There's,
that?
there's
I
an
don't know.
argument
I don't know what
between-
the answer is, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
No,
there's an
no, me
argument
either.
between too much control, not enough control, and there's somewhere in the middle that nobody has found yet.
Well,
I truly believe WWE will get better once fans are in the seats.
I
I
do
really
believe
believe
that
it.
too.
I really believe that they're holding back on some things.
I will say for sure,
And-
go ahead. Sorry.
And perpetrating god awful ideas
Hmm.
like the match at the Royal Rumble that's going to feature the absolute worst wrestler of the last 10 years, Bill Goldberg, taking on Drew McIntyre for the most
Yeah.
coveted prize in professional wrestling today, the WWE Championship.
And they keep fans keep saying like they already assume Goldberg's gonna win that match. Goldberg is
Yep.
not winning that match.
I hope to God he don't.
I hope not.
It's going to be a 2-minute squash right before one of the two
No.
Royal Rumble matches.
No, they've done it. They did it with Kevin Owens, and it shit on them. They're not gonna do it again.
They did it with the Fiend too,
Yeah,
They're
that
not-
was
they're
the
not doing
biggest.
it again.
and Brock Lesnar.
And if we're going to talk about the Fiend, how in the name of everything that is holy does a no disqualification match, specifically Hell in a Cell, end in a goddamn disqualification?
That Henry, you need to let that go. That was a
That
while
was
ago.
that was a while ago.
Wait.
So-
it's a good point, though.
Was that the toolbox?
No, it's
So-
a valid point, but it was like a year and a half ago.
So
that happened.
for my money right now, WWE has two besides NXT because that's a whole separate brand in my opinion. There's
Mm,
two things great going for it. The Roman Reigns storyline, which I cannot believe, a year ago I wouldn't be saying this, but Roman Reigns is the best thing going to SmackDown.
oh, but
period.
speaking of greatest thing, Big Daddy V just walked into the ring.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. was the third man.
Number two, Randy Orton, Alexa Bliss, and Raw. They're killing it.
So I'm hoping they're going to start pushing Shinsuke what they did with him on
Oh, that
SmackDown.
match on SmackDown,
That
Brian
was awesome.
and Shinsuke, that was in.
Again,
gauntlet-
why
that
is
gauntlet was
Kevin
amazing.
Owens not one of their feature act? I don't get it.
Wait, who did Shinsuke
Yes.
take on?
They did a
Bryan.
gauntlet match, and it was he beat Ray, Daniel Bryan, and King Corbin.
Kevin
think-
Owens should be on television every segment, and he's not.
Wait, so
and I don't
so
understand why.
Shinsuke beat all those people?
Yeah, he was in a gauntlet
It was a
match, and
gauntlet
he
match.
pinned all three of them in the gauntlet
But
match.
he
So,
and Brian
real-
had 15 minutes.
If
together.
there were ever a person in wrestling history that will be motivated enough to actually want to be in a Viagra and a pole match, it'd be Viscera.
Mm.
I definitely think I just have a feeling Alexa Bliss is going to turn on the Fiend.
No,
Not
You don't
yet.
think so?
not
yet.
recent,
Maybe
not soon. No,
Maybe
Now,
not yet.
has the Fiend come back since being?
Not
I hope
yet.
not.
Not
No.
yet.
Alexa Bliss has gone extra crazy because of that. And
No,
like I
she's
said,
just doused
or-
herself in
so-
gasoline
or-
and tested
Beg-
Randy Orton. to
That's a
set her on
perfectly
fire.
normal, rational
yeah.
response when
So
Yeah,
is
beg
she
Randy
trying
lit
to
on
draw
fire.
him in, or are they together?
they're a duo, not a couple.
So
Also,
she turned on the Fiend,
No.
No.
Alexa Bliss and the Fiend are a duo.
right?
and
So what I'm asking is what's the deal with RKO?
Because the Fiend, because he
Was got
killed
set on fire,
the
right.
Fiend, she was like, if you're gonna kill the Fiend, you need to kill me too. And she doused
good.
herself in fucking gasoline in the middle of the ring.
I will say this. So for people who think that I shun AEW a lot, which I do, I'm not going to argue that. And think that like I'm willing to admit at this point, because I watched the pay-per-view that had the Orton Fiend match on it, and I hated it.
Yeah,
A lot of people loved it.
We watched that on Discord, right?
Yes,
That
and a lot of
was-
people
yeah.
loved it. I hated it.
I hated
and-
it too.
I'm fully willing to admit I might just be getting to the age and the time of my life that I don't get it anymore.
Oh wait, Frank, we still have to watch the Firefly Funhouse match, right?
Yes, and the Graveyard match. That's gonna be a bonus show, which we need to just do that one of these days.
The ones I put in the chat are the following: IWF World Heavyweight Champion Terror Rising and manager John Rodeo taking on Flying Tony Roy from the Mel Simmons, at the Liberty Tree Mall in Danvers, Massachusetts.
Why does Tony Roy sound familiar?
I don't know. I think it is somebody though. It looks familiar. And then the other one I put in there. Phil, this is just for you. I'll just read it.
It's gonna be Sid, isn't
The
it?
Battle of Breakfast Cereal. legendary superstars such as Nutra Rockney, Total the Terrible, and Hondo the Honeybee compete in this bizarre battle for breakfast supremacy. So I believe
there's
Post
Test.
Cereal is in Minneapolis, St. Paul area, because Kellogg is in Michigan, and they had like this company. It's seriously the most bizarre hidden gem I've ever seen in my life.
Hey,
I
real quick,
couldn't get through it. I
Uh,
could. There are challenges online on Reddit, on YouTube of people who cannot finish it.
real quick, Carl. I need you to check this, as I know you'll be the one that knows. We've got Test and Rikishi and Boss Man in the ring right now. What are the odds of Test winning this year's Royal Rumble?
Well, he's several shades of dead, so I'm going to go
I mean,
0.
Never say never.
Yeah.
You never say never in WWE, TJ.
Unless he's going to win as a hologram.
All I know is
Wait a minute.
someone.
I have a
It's a good
theory.
idea.
And the
Yes,
a hologram would be if somebody came out of one of the actual Thunderdome TVs as a
That would be cool.
Yeah.
All I know is somebody said a toolbox before, and why did I automatically think Kenny Omega in the Bucks?
Hey, Henry, I want to hear Henry's theory and not shitty jokes. What's your theory, Henry?
My theory is that one of two things is going to happen at the Royal Rumble. We're either going to see Kevin Owens go on a rampage, and he's going to win the Royal Rumble, and he's going to have his pick of
Oh, and
belt.
by the way, we were going to do an WrestleMania. Oh, Jesus. Jeans wearing Bulldog. We were doing WrestleMania Royal Rumble.
wasn't
picture earlier.
there.
Owens is mine.
Real quick, why are they?
I wasn't there.
So they are out of the Orlando Amway Center.
Yes.
Yes.
But they're
Yeah, I
still
got
doing
some breaking
the
news.
Oh, Antonio's got breaking news.
I bought a belt.
Bought a belt.
You bought
I
a
see
belt.
it.
What kind what'd you get?
You guys will find out in a week or two.
You son of a bitch.
Oh,
Teaser.
It's a title, not a belt. Damn it.
My go-to prediction for this year is Edge.
By the way, Antonio, where are we at right now?
Huh?
Where are we at on sobriety?
Next Saturday is gonna be 2 months.
Good Lord.
That's awesome, man.
Wow,
16.
good for you,
Everybody
man.
mark the 16th on
Huge,
your
yeah,
calendar.
that's awesome.
Antonio is crushing it.
Yeah,
That's awesome, brother.
yeah. I can't wait to have this belt.
Hey, we're watching Jeans wearing British Bulldog. How do you feel about that?
I wasn't there.
Oh, that was terrible.
Wasn't it? It
Bulldog
was pretty
terrible.
bad.
I
I'm
remember
sure-
him getting scoop slammed on dog poop.
I'm really
yes, that happened.
certain Brady is really disappointed in Jeans because she can't hog watch Bulldog right now.
Especially, if they're the right kind of jeans, they have to be nice and tight jeans.
And
If these
what I
are
loved
not
about-
nice and tight jeans.
What I really appreciate about Bulldog was he rolled the bottom of his jeans up to prepare for the flood.
I tried to
Everything's coming up, Millhouse.
I tried to get rid of Rikishi, but he fucked Brett. He fucked Brett.
Henry
it's
with
funny.
2 walk-offs tonight. That's a walk-off. That's a fucking walk-off. And we still have a half an hour to go. Henry's like, I'm just going to start bailing them out now, guys. Watch this one.
It's Gangrel.
Oh, by the way, I want to remind everyone, I saw this fucking jack off at Full Gear also.
Yep, he was there.
God damn.
Hurricane was there.
Hey, I forgot to tell you, I booked him for a couple of weeks from now on our
Good.
show. No, I'm lying.
I will ask him all about why the fuck were you there?
Which hotel room would you, if you had to be forced into one of them for one night and sleep on the couch, Gangrel and Luna or Dennis Rodman and Carmen Electra?
Oh, Robin
That
and
is-
Carmen.
Robin and Carmen
Rodman
Electra.
Card Electra.
Not even
all day
close.
long.
For some reason, I just felt the Gangrel Lunar room would smell.
What,
Well,
you don't
Eric
think
said
the
that
other
he-
one would smell
Eric
good?
said
What would
that
it
Oh, it would
smell
smell
like?
like weed. It would smell like weed.
No, he said that when he walked in there, that he said that it was smells of things that he has never smelt in his life before. That he almost on site. He said it was unlike it. Go back. Which one was that? Where he
Which room?
Rodman's room, and then he watched him drink a fifth, and
Oh,
then go to Bulls practice and just
guys.
dominate.
Real quick, I want to take just 1 second to say how awesome my wife is. I'm not going to eat this in front of everyone. My wife just brought me this.
What is that?
massive- That is a
Tater
slaw
tots.
dog with tater tots and chili, and JR's made of mustard underneath all of it.
Hell yeah.
And And that is waiting for me, my friends, right there.
I guess I'll stop eating now then, because I don't want to eat in front of Phil or nothing.
Before I came on, Mrs.
Any
Model made some awesome turkey burgers with we'll put some of the JR's Chipotle ketchup
Oh
on there.
yes,
Turkey burgers are underrated.
Awesome.
I agree.
I'm
I
actually
like
gonna.
turkey burgers.
I'm gonna have burgers when we're done here, and I'm gonna use JR seasoning before I toss them in.
So while we're plugging JR's BBQ shamelessly, I have. Well, I just bought the artwork, which is that one. Eric just being handsome over there in the corner, and something to wrestle. Whichever I can't remember which one that was. Now that I ordered, but I know those are my 3 favorite ones. And also coming to the house, I have the JR's basket pack, which is the barbecue sauce, the main event mustard,
Nice.
Chipotle ketchup, all the all-purpose seasoning, and the custom JR's cutting board.
Nice.
And I cannot wait for that to get here.
We're also
how much
I didn't
was
know
that?
GR had a cutting board.
I got butternut squash, so I'll be making butternut squash risotto tomorrow.
Didn't JR like that post, TJ?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, because I commented on it.
How
And he
much
like,
was? How
And
much
he
was
thanked
that
me too.
pack? How much was that pack?
$49.99.
Figuring out the numbers because we're nerds.
And then
But,
this week when I get paid again, I'm going to order the. I have under the black hat. I'm going to order Slobber Knocker because I have not read that one yet.
What do
Oh,
you
I
do,
forgot.
TJ?
That is the worst Royal Rumble elimination ever.
Oh,
that wasn't even an elimination.
What the
Oh,
fuck was
that yeah, he got really
Taka on
hurt.
his face.
He got really hurt.
Anyway, what was the question?
I asked, what do you do?
Like for a job?
Yeah, to make money.
I work in a steel mill.
Oh, that's rough.
He's being modest. He's a sex worker.
Mm.
He's
I
a
go-
steel mill worker
Bob
by day and a
Backlund.
sex.
Bob fucking
bad.
Backlund.
Dude, that was.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Well, I knew TJ had an
Wait.
OnlyFans, but
Is he
I mean,
about to
you
go
know.
out there and put somebody in a crossface chicken wing?
I
More
doubt
than
it.
likely.
But you hear King go, "Oh, let's see it again. Let's see Taka's head. Oh, Michinoku's head."
Backlund is probably. Oh, here we go. Over under. How old is Bob Backlund at the Royal Rumble 2000? I'm going to put it at
46.
53
he's
and a
gonna
half.
give you the. I'm gonna go over.
Oh,
He would have. He would have drank
Over.
bleach. I
So
would-
I'm fairly certain when he won the title from Brett, he was 44.
No,
I'm
he was
going
like
over.
he was like 45, 46.
yeah, let's go over. Yeah.
What
I
was
would
the over
say
under?
under 53.
50, 51 and a half. Well, I say 50, 53 and a half.
53 and a
53 and a half.
He was
What's the
51
over-under?
here.
Under.
My guess.
I'm going over.
I'm saying over.
Under.
It's over.
Okay.
Yeah, I
You're
gotta say
over,
over.
Antonio.
Gotta say
going
over. Yeah.
So who said
Who's
under?
that talking? Who's that talking?
Rocco.
Rocco's right.
Rocco is right. Ah.
Here at Royal Rumble 2000, Bob Backlund was 50.
Wow.
On August 14th, he turned 51.
That's a working 50.
I wasn't that
The
far
working
off.
That's a working
not?
50.
It's a working 50.
I legit thought he was 51 here.
He was later in the year.
Yeah.
God, can we appreciate how beautiful Edge's hair is here? Jesus Christ.
This
Can we
is
appreciate that it's been at least 60 seconds and Bob Backlund is still somehow in the Royal Rumble?
Oh, listen,
Henry.
we
Have you not
appreciate-
watched Royal Rumbles before this one?
listen. He could.
Oh yeah.
Because
Bob
Backlund held
Speaking
the
of
record
beautiful hair.
Yeah.
until Flair beat it. Well, I guess that's not that big of impressive as a fourth Rumble, but
Actually, according to what I'm reading here, he was in the 93 Royal Rumble match for more than 60 minutes, which was a record that wasn't broken for 11 years.
yeah, I mean,
And
now he's out. See, you prick. Are you happy?
Oh, Henry.
But
I
let's
haven't
be-
gotten that far yet.
now,
let's be
Still in the
honest.
ring,
Spoiler
and
alert,
now he's
Henry.
out.
real quick. Here's the interesting thing I've now started to think about. Are those times right? Because if they're not sending them at the intervals that they say that they are, they're like, oh, we're doing minute intervals, or this year it's not every 90 seconds, or it's every 2 minutes, or whatever it is. And Bruce was just like, all right, yeah, it seems like a good time, go. So is that from, like, I really now wonder.
It's a good question.
And
That
now
is
I
a good
wonder if
question.
it's like their spot to
Yeah, is it a shooting hour or a working hour?
And Bob Backlund goes to the crowd.
I don't know.
We'll have
Guys.
to, when we watch a
Bob
Rumble,
Backlund was the original People's Champion.
when we watch another Rumble, I'll try to remember,
Well, I
and we
think-
can actually time it out.
And let-
I'll get my phone and we can time it out.
Why is
What
it
Rumble are
called-
we going to watch? It. We watched 88. Now we've watched 2000.
Well,
Didn't watch the
Frank wants
92
to
Rumble.
watch the 2011 Rumble.
Oh, that's right. We'll watch. Yeah, okay, good call.
You know who it
I
was?
don't want to watch the 92 Rumble because I'll actually watch it. It's my favorite Rumble ever.
Yeah, that was my favorite Rumble too.
Guys, you know who it was that broke Backlund's record?
Wait for it. Let me think.
So you
Rey
said he did it in
Mysterio.
Rey
93.
Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, it was Mysterio in 04.
No.
It was Benoit.
How long did he last, Carl?
Hour 4?
Yeah.
We're not allowed to talk about him anymore, so it's Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
61:30.
That's not that impressive.
Sorry if I said that. There was another name.
He was
I
number
adding.
one.
There was
if
another
that
name
helps.
I was going to bring up, but I didn't know if I. TJ, I'll put it in the. It's wrestling related and it's currently happening, but can I say this person's name? They just resigned from their position.
Yeah.
Let me.
Oh.
In what context?
The current coach.
And the
of
only why I'm
Tam-
even asking is because I don't want to even run and recognize the fucking
the,
guy.
okay. The current head coach of Tampa Bay, Bruce Arians, looks exactly like him tonight. He's wearing a pea coat, a taxi cab driver hat, like these round.
Is he wrestling tonight?
And then he's wearing, his white mask that he's wearing.
It looks like a beak.
It looks exactly like I swear to you, it looks. So if you add all
you're
that up,
referencing Marty Skrull, by the way.
there we go. All right, good. Yeah.
Yeah, he stepped away. He and Ring of Honor mutually decided to part ways. Marty was outed during the speaking out movement. He
And
has
didn't he- but
expressed
he-
regret for his actions. However, most people still want nothing to fucking do with him.
But the day wasn't it a
Which
day
is
after he was like,
unfortunate.
"Hey, I did it." Yeah, like he came forward and was like, "Yep, I was with that girl."
Hey guys, real quick. Now that I'm thinking about it. Next time we have our mystery guest back, and I fully intend on getting our mystery guest back, we need to ask their opinion on Marty Skrull.
Did you just say that's unfortunate, Frank?
Ooh, dude.
That we don't want to
I-
give him another chance. We don't have to. That's the great thing about personal choice is you don't have to give someone a second chance. You don't have to.
All right, I don't want to be. I'm not trying to be controversial. I just because
You don't
let me
have to
tell you
say it
something.
if you don't want to.
Well, the thing is like when you think about what like Joey Ryan did and some of those other
Yeah,
guys,
fuck him too.
that's disgusting to me.
Yeah.
Absolutely disgusting. But I actually read the statement that Skrull, I'm saying his name right,
Yes.
put out, and it seems like a legitimate mistake. And he acknowledges the fact that he was stupid. However, the fact of the matter is he was in a bar in the UK and assumed that this person was 18 years old and she turned out not to be. And I'm sorry, but how many times do we all go to a bar and go, "Hey, before we go sleep together, can I see your ID?" So for me, he made it's wrong. He made a mistake. I have a daughter. Believe me.
I thought he would get. I thought he'd get the Louis C.K. treatment and get like, "Hey, I did this. I was wrong. Here instead of Tiger Woodsing it and staying silent for 18 months, that's the worst thing you can do.
Right.
And go into seclusion. I thought that he came out and said, "This is what happened. Here you go." And by the way, can I just add, not to be off topic, who is next to DiBiase and Virgil? To the not in the white, they're wearing a mask. Oh, is that Mysterio?
You're talking to me?
Yeah.
In my
you do.
autographs?
What are you talking about?
I'm looking up. I just.
I was
saw
like,
it.
what is he? I don't see
Sorry,
DiBiase on the
my,
screen.
My 80.
Let me zoom
It
in.
looks like somebody that Matt Lovett and I would go like nuts for from Lucha Underground. So I'm guessing.
So DiBiase and Virgil, that's Mysterio.
So
I figured.
And next to them is Brutus the fucking Barber Beefcake.
I was gonna say I thought
Brutus the fucking barber beef.
real quick, my other point here that I wanted to make was that at the end of the statement he put out, he actually acknowledges that he makes an acknowledgement of the fact that the culture needs to change.
Mhm.
He acknowledges the fact that the culture shouldn't exist, and he acknowledges the fact that women should not be treated this way. I think and the way I look at this is I look at it as a wholehearted mistake. And Brandy's right. We don't have to give him a second chance. But if people like Kareem Hunt can still play in the NFL, why can't we give this guy
Tyreek Hill.
What did
Tyreek
Kareem
Hill?
Hunt do?
Oh, what didn't he
punched somebody he punched a woman in the face.
do?
I mean,
the only difference between Kareem Hunt and Ray Rice is one was in an elevator with security footage, and the other one was
Who was the running back the Chiefs let go and then the Browns picked him up?
Kareem Hunt.
Was that Kareem? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the thing. Like you think about it, but or like look, and we got people like Colin Kaepernick that can't get a job.
Hold on.
To be fair, Colin Kaepernick was a
Superfly Jimmy
crappy-
Snuka.
Where?
What?
Was that WrestleMania 26?
He fucking
25,
murdered a
whatever it
woman.
was. And he murdered somebody.
Oh, right. So I'm saying
I like how he
in,
just
in
dismisses
this
that.
in this world of second chances, I think Marty's the one that probably deserves it.
You don't. The one that nobody talks about, guys with second chances. How about Baker Mayfield not only being arrested, but attempting to assault a police officer and then running from the police on video, or Joe Mixon on video taking a girl's head off? I mean, literally, demolish her.
OJ
Tennessee
goddamn
Titans.
Simpson is on Twitter.
Yeah, Tennessee Titans.
Hey,
Jeffrey Simmons.
your old pal OJ here. We got a heck of a game on Monday night.
Jesus
I don't
Christ.
know. Dude, every morning it's the first thing I see on my Twitter feed, and I don't know why. I've looked at settings. I don't know why OJ pops up. But
You haven't blocked him? Because if you block him, it'll never show up again.
That was
Oh
great,
no, I
Randy.
want to
if
see.
you block
I,
him.
I don't want it to be the first thing I see. Like I want to wake up like get going before it's like.
I see OJ every morning because I have his
yeah.
account pinned.
Your old pal OJ.
OJ
Al
has
Snow.
ruined. OJ has ruined the Naked Gun
He
movie.
got
for me
his
now.
head.
Oh yeah.
So that guys, that was my point. Because I don't want to come
That's
off
fair.
controversial.
You know
No,
what?
that is
I'm not
fair,
gonna-
and it's
I'm not gonna-
completely valid. And I agree that people can make that decision. For me, I'm making a decision of who I want in my wrestling bubble and who I don't. And there's a long list of people. I'm like, out. I don't. You made a mistake. You're not someone who I feel is safe in my community, so I don't want to see you.
I would say outside of Joey Ryan, because fuck him. I will
Fuck
say that
him.
again.
Amen.
Yeah, massive fuck him.
The
right?
only person I've just legit sworn off as a wrestler, and ironically, they're not even caught up in it. They're just like an accessory to the fact is Ospreay.
Will is an interesting case because it did come out that he did not blackball Pollyanna, but the promoter used him as a scapegoat to say it was Will Ospreay. But he does attempt to use his clout and his position to get his friend, who is a rapist,
Who's
booked
that?
in places in the UK. I don't care to remember his name, but he doesn't get booked except for an Osprey's
Okay.
promotion in the UK.
You don't remember his name, or you
girlfriend-
don't want to see it?
I
You
don't
wanna
want
say
to
it.
remember his name. I don't
Okay.
commit it to
Look
memory.
at Val freaking
Val
Carl.
freaking Venus.
Here's
And
Carl's
his-
favorite.
His
Hey,
girlfriend,
my
Bea
favorite.
Priestley, is a giant cunt bag who is a
Oh.
bully, who doesn't deserve to be in stardom, who's fucking no talent,
Who?
and they
who
both
is?
just need to fuck
Bea
off
Priestley.
into oblivion.
Oh, Bea.
They
So
said
how do
Bea
you
Priestley.
how do you feel about Brie Priestley,
Priestley.
Randy?
Cunt bag.
Just don't hold
Good
back.
grief,
Just be
these-
honest.
These
That's a
guys just
t-shirt.
like getting thrown out of the ring on their face. They're not even actual entrance in the Rumble. Go home.
Uh-huh.
That's the third
We've had
time in
enough.
there.
So what-
We could do.
Yeah,
if
Will
we-
Ospreay is just a dumpy person, and
And he's so
his
good. That's the
girlfriend-
bad thing. He's such a good
I don't
wrestler.
care.
I-
It
And
doesn't
that's the
matter.
bad
It
thing.
negates it.
He has such a horrible. Yeah, he's just a horrible person.
So I need a.
Such a waste of an athlete.
Carl, go ahead.
I was gonna say that I didn't understand what opened my eyes, and I'm like,
Oh,
maybe-
showed it again.
Maybe he is.
Ugh.
I'm not gonna. Oh, I love that.
Damn.
I
Oh,
love that. They.
I like how everybody's reactions are 3
I
seconds
can watch
apart.
that. I can watch it every single
well,
time.
here's the thing. I was 3 seconds ahead of you guys and now I'm behind you again.
The no, but where was I on that?
Indiana internet.
Is it
Now I
China?
have lost my train of thought.
Indiana.
Rocco was trying to
Home
say
of corn
something.
and
Oh,
other stuff as well.
Crossroads of America.
Other stupid.
when I was doing my hair earlier today, I was like, oh shit, it's kind of high. I'm like, wait, now Carl could get his fantasy out of the way. We could be Briggs and Bagswell now.
I'm telling you right now, we hit the indie scene as American metrosexual males.
There you go.
American
There you
metrosexual
go.
males.
Wait
By
a
the
second.
way,
Wait, if one of you is going to be like Buff Bagwell, which one of you do I have to pay $25,000 to spend a week with?
No,
Oh,
Buff Bagwell.
me.
Buff Bagwell is the
Henry?
biggest. He's the
It's
biggest
me.
douchebag. I met Buff Bagwell.
Frank
He's-
almost
Henry.
choked on his water.
Henry,
For
you're gonna have to-
25 grand a weekend, I'll make you a fucking grilled cheese sandwich and you wake up every day with a smile on my face. Hey, Henry. How are
Henry,
you, buddy?
You're
2
gonna have
pieces
to,
of cheese today. 2 pieces of cheese. Just for
Henry-
you, pal.
Henry, you're gonna have to work you're gonna have to pay a whole lot more to spend a weekend with
I
me.
don't think either of us qualify as Bagwell because I know with mine, my mom does not shave my lower back and or upper back. I do that
Me either.
myself.
Neither
Yeah.
one of y'all, please. Neither one of y'all, please be Buff Bagwell. He's such an asshole.
Okay, so
Please
we're
don't
gonna,
be Buff Bagwell.
so we could be Big Rig and well I could just we'll figure out, you know what, we'll figure out, well, we got to figure out the theme because American sexual hold on.
American metrosexuals.
Metro-
American no wait American
Metrosexuals.
metro
What
sexual
is that?
males.
What was that you just were trying to show us?
American
Rocco?
Metro males.
There we
Metro-
go.
Metrosexual males.
American Metro males.
Metrosexual males.
In male sector there.
The Metro males.
That's a trick.
the
That's a
Metro
hat
males.
trick. Jesus.
Track it. This is perfect.
Metrosexual males.
You got another thing coming.
I think Henry wants to see this
Metro
happen.
males.
That's what you need to show off there, buddy. Right
Oh
there.
shit!
That's-
Bill's
that's-
giving us
Ooh.
tickets to the gun show.
Well, Rocco's
I-
over there showing his little chicken bones, and I
So
had
we
to
need to think of a bet.
Oh.
We need to
Hey,
think of
wait.
a bet.
What is
that-
that?
I can show you my titties if you want.
No
we, need to
thanks.
we need to
I,
come with
I
a
don't have
bet.
any more money.
I gave
Frank
it the
Bruno.
office.
All of us against Carl and Rocco. That if they lose, they have to frost. They have to frost their hair.
Oh yes, I'm all for this. Whatever it is.
Brother, I've done it before, man.
I
I am
grew up
afraid
in
to
the
do that shit
90s. I
again.
have too. I had
It's
Justin
the
Timberlake
90s
hair.
all over again.
Go look at my Halloween costume.
I mean,
Oh.
the Viennetta is
Fully.
coming back. Frosted
Yeah,
hair.
that
yeah.
how amazing is that? Viennetta's coming back.
Viennetta's coming back. I'm so excited.
What is coming back?
It's frozen dessert, bro.
It's the Viennetta. It's from Breyers. It was a very fancy bougie frozen cake dessert that they put
Yes.
out in the 90s.
It's delicious.
It
And
is
like so if
amazing.
someone busted out the Viennetta, like it's a
And it's
party.
covered
a
in
big
like that
deal. It's a
chocolate
special
like shell
occasion.
stuff, so it
It's
just
so good.
breaks as soon as you. Oh, it's so
But
good.
It's coming back.
So
thought you
shit
were
I
talking
can't.
about-
So let's keep talking about shit I can't eat. All
Wait a
right.
I
minute.
thought you were talking about Dave
Hey,
LaGreca's
speaking of-
wife.
speaking
I'm
of
sorry.
shit you
Oh.
speaking of shit you want to eat,
I heard Violetta. I'm sorry.
I thought
Viennetta.
you
Here
guys
comes
said
the greatest champion of them all.
I would say I thought it was
What,
one.
Henry? What?
Choco Taco.
What did you just say?
I said, "Here comes the greatest champion of them all," because I wanted the rest of y'all to stop talking about food.
Greatest greatest
Oh
WWE
my
champion.
God. Sorry,
Come
I
on,
forgot how
You mean
big
he
of
wasn't
an
that-
ass
he
was.
wasn't
You're about to
ECW?
get yelled at if that's what you mean.
oh,
That is
God.
not what I mean.
Okay.
I
Good,
see
because
hardcore Holly in there.
I was about to throw you off the show.
Just glaring
Wow.
at everyone in the ring like, I'm gonna throw you all out. Give me the
You
belt."
fired.
I didn't remember what I was going to say earlier, but the Viennetta completely threw me off. So
It does that. Viennetta will freaking do that to you.
Absolutely.
So who's the top
Viennetta
five?
is it sounded like if I feel like I got a brain freeze plus whatever happened to Taka in this match.
oh,
Who,
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
faceplant. Yeah.
you had half your face crushed.
Where am I?
so who's the top five WWE champions to you? Yeah.
The Rock, and The Rock.
No.
Shawn Michaels
Oh.
is one of them.
I'll start number one and go backward. Number one's Bruno.
Yeah.
Any other answer is incorrect.
Yeah.
Two's Hogan. 3, Austin. Because without Austin, WWF's not a publicly traded company.
Mhm.
4. So now we're getting into hard times here. 4.
Big Show.
Fuck out of here.
I'm experiencing hard times, baby, but I've never been a WWF champion.
4.
57
Well, he-
Ultimate Warrior Cup.
Hey, by the way,
I've had less hard times than Buff Bagwell, but I'm still doing fine.
Henry, you have to play ass man every time your guy's kicker Bass knocks on those kicks. What's his first name? Tyler Bass?
Uh-huh.
Is that what it is? I'm a Bass man. I like to pick him. I like to kick him. How they don't play that when he gets up there?
I'm gonna go 454 days at number 4.
Oh,
CM Punk.
The Punk.
Even though I'm wearing his T-shirt, so it probably seems a little biased that I even said that. 5.
Oh, poor Crash Holly.
God damn, pal. I'm number 5.
I think I'm getting ready for heat because I'm gonna put this guy above The Rock. Actually, I'm gonna put 2 guys above The Rock. So I'll do 5 and 6. I'll put Rock at 7.
Ooh.
5. Triple H. 6. Randy Savage.
So
Fuck that noise.
Triple H, that's gonna get you heat with the Rock, Triple H.
You gotta put Brett in there somewhere. Brett held that company
No.
up.
Brett's
Put
on
a
the
Diesel.
fucking bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
And then Sean as well. You gotta put Sean in there.
The worst
What about
fucking
Diesel?
Reign.
I
Like
don't-
houses went
Brett-
down in fucking tanks.
Brett Diesel and Sean are about the same to me,
Yeah.
and it's
What
not
about
good.
What about John Cena?
Point.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
Cena.
you know, I
I mean,
might just put Cena at 5.
Yeah, it's like you don't. A lot of people are like, I really don't want to put him there, but he held that company.
Well, no,
up for 10 years.
I have nothing against John Cena.
Yeah,
I mean, he's above my head, autographed. I didn't think past 2010
right.
because I don't want to. So I just
Wait, yes,
Forgot.
you did. CM Punk's on that list.
that was 2010.
I thought it was, yeah, you're right. It's 2010, but John Cena was also in 2010. So
No, you're right. Cena's got to be number 5.
Yeah.
Got to be.
Point of order.
What?
2 things. 1, San Martino's at the top simply because he's the longest reigning WWE champion, right?
And he started the company.
Okay.
He
I'll
was
give you
their
that.
initial champion. Well, I mean, technically Buddy Rogers was, but
right. I was going to say.
That's semantics.
yeah.
He put him on the map.
Why isn't Ric Flair on your list?
He was never
Talk
WWE
about
champion. Well, he was
WWE
WWE
Once,
champion.
twice.
So what? He lost the second time at a house show in Saskatoon.
It was Coliseum video. It was televised.
And when you think Ric Flair, you don't think, oh, that's right, he won the WWF title. You
Yeah,
think,
you think of the big gold and-
NWA, WCW
Yeah.
World Heavyweight Champion. That's what you think.
When I think Ric Flair, I think of 2 things. I think the 92 Royal Rumble and the night where I think he won the Intercontinental title. I don't remember the show right off the very tippy top of my head, but he was in a limo with a bunch of ladies.
Yes, that was 91.
that was like-
with the Intercontinental title.
That was like a recurring gag. It's actually kind of funny.
Didn't he beat Carlito?
I think so.
Yes, he did.
What's the Main
For
Street
the
Posse
IC
doing?
title.
I'm pretty sure Carlito's hair beat Carlito.
Something's going on with the acolytes and the Mean Street Posse. Oh,
I mean,
did I drop
shit.
it? Did I lose a belt?
How the
Oh.
fuck did
Somebody
he
should
not
tell
die?
Shane McMahon's friends to go find a real job.
Yeah,
Oh.
Rocco, we should do. It should be like if we're gonna do it, like it needs to be a combination of the Mean Street Posse and.
How did that happen and none of us noticed?
Main Street
By the way-
Posse, Saved by the Bell, and Riggs and Bagwell.
By the way,
What?
Frank, I recommend you do what I did and get each belt their own individual shelf.
How did you break in the? How did you break in the leather? Like, do you
I'm
have
sorry.
the shop? Do you
You
have the
assume
shop?
I broke in the leather.
What
It's
is
you
not
have a-
around the house. That's why.
He
What
has
Do you have a
different
shop? Do you have a
shelves than
shop
do.
version of this?
Yes.
Right, because this
Oh.
one is this one's got the actual WWF logo on it, and it was already like really loose. This one is like stiff as hell.
Yeah.
You
So she
assume I
said-
broke in the leather.
You didn't?
No.
It looks good. It looks like it's sitting there
He's
nicely.
got a deeper shelf than you do.
They're just
Frank.
always folded. I don't ever unfold for what? So I can take naked photos of them? That's fucking crazy.
Hey, hey, man. Hey.
Dude, Henry, Frank,
Don't
I'm
knock
so
it till you try it.
I'm
So-
so excited to show you your present. Dude,
Guys,
you were
if
there
we're-
the night I got it on Chat Pack, and I lost my shit watching it.
Hey,
It's so good. I swear, Henry, I want to keep on you, Henry. Frank, I swear to God, it's not going to embarrass you.
Yo, this is
I
good.
promise you.
I know what this is.
Holy
Honestly,
shit. It's
TJ,
so good.
After the conversation we all had privately about the use of said photo, I am confident and comfortable.
Who is that woman escorting
Who's
Kane
that
to
with
the ring?
Kane?
That's
Tori.
Tori.
Is that
Tori,
BB?
Tori.
Oh,
It's
Tori.
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 I'm
Who
just
brought
shit together.
pantyhose
Gotta
into
be.
the
That's
ring?
gotta be Kane.
All right, Frank, finish your point.
I'm just not. I am not happy with the way I look, so I'm nervous about that part. All right, Bella.
What?
Oh, just have
why-
fun with it, brother. You'll be fine. You'll just have fun with it, Frank.
Lord Tensai was getting choked by pantyhose. Where did this come from?
What?
Prince
What was going
Albert.
on there? It happened.
Prince Albert.
Oh, that's
For one, Prince Albert's name is not fortunate for him, but I also think that Prince Albert is a classic case of could have been so much more.
Why you should shave your back and your chest?
I know. I think not shaving his back added to his mystique because he was different.
I like it.
For some guys, like look at George the Animal Steel. He
Right.
never shaved his back.
He was different. Everyone looked sleek and slim and built, and here's this big burly dude with a bunch of body hair and piercings. You're like, that's a bad fucking dude right there.
Look at everyone looking at. They're like, "Is it Stone Cold?
Wait,
Is it
what's
Stone
a
Cold?"
worse? What's a worse Undertaker WrestleMania moment? Having to face A-Train at 19 or
Giant Gonzalez.
Giant
Yeah,
Gonzalez.
Giant Gonzalez
Yeah,
by a
sorry.
fucking
By a mile, like
landslide.
not even fucking close.
And here's why I don't even I discount 19 because that's not the way it was supposed to go down.
No.
It's
what was it
this
supposed to
good.
be?
It was supposed to be Undertaker and Nathan Jones.
I wish I could have this everywhere. I go.
Oh, that would have been
That
fun.
Oh, the host
Who
almost
Against-
is
fell
that
over.
hoe in the blue?
against Mark
Oh.
Henry and A-Train, someone who needs to eat a fucking sandwich. That's who that was. Wow.
She's a grilled cheese sandwich.
That's
definitely.
that's some high quality. That's high quality Upper East Side hoe.
That
I was
is
gonna
gross.
say,
And
that-
here's
one of
New
those
York
could be-
hoe.
I was saying one of those could
Tie
be
and tie,
Carmelo's mom.
Why are they still walking around the ring? Get in there and wrestle, you hack.
Dude, Henry, have you never seen a Godfather
oh,
match?
hello.
Henry, if you were the Godfather, would you get there in the ring or would you party with the hose? Come on,
Oh
man.
man, I'd be going straight up.
First
skirt right
one, then
there.
the other.
If I was Funaki,
Welcome
I'd-
to the Godfather
time.
gimmick.
I would if I was Funaki, I'd be the
Oh,
We're watching this again.
Oh
My
God!
God.
Indeed.
He used to pay people off with hose, so he didn't have to wrestle.
Oh,
How are you not a part of this, Henry?
I'd be wrestling because them hoes are dirty. They're all dirty hoes.
Well, I mean,
Big
there's no
shit.
Maybe
arguing
not.
that
They're
either.
all Upper East Side hoes. They're particularly clean.
They're
What were we
dirty.
talking about a minute
Dude,
ago
that
that I got
girl
interrupted
look-
by hose?
white pants. She looked-
The girl in the blue in the hot pants. Oh
No,
my
before
Lord.
that.
And Big Show's got a knee in Godfather's face saying, "Hey,
I
when you
got-
retire, I'm gonna cry."
By the
The
way,
hose
can
is
we
on.
appreciate the fact that both Ivory and Victoria start off as hose?
So it's supposed
They was
to
working hoes.
I didn't even know they could do that.
So it was only supposed to be a triple threat match.
What are we talking about?
I had
No, it was supposed to be a tag team match.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no,
So,
I- you know,
so
I'm sorry,
19.
you know what,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I bounced back to this one.
It was supposed to be Undertaker and Nathan Jones against A-Train and Mark Henry. And Nathan Jones got hurt.
I
A-Train and
got
Mark
really
Henry?
uncomfortable. One
Oh, what
time.
was
Big
it?
Show.
Oh, yeah, you're right. A-Train and Big Show. Was
Big
it
Show,
that,
yeah.
or did he have a visa issue? No, he got hurt.
No, no.
Hurt, or he just wasn't ready.
He got
No,
hurt,
Nathan-
and that's
Hurt or
why
he
he just
wasn't
makes an
ready.
appearance at the end.
And there
No.
was also some rumor and innuendo. I got caught between Nathan Jones and a wall. I told Vince about it, and I said, "Hey, this is
The
what
wall had
happened."
more charisma.
And I was like,
Oh.
no, sorry,
Oh,
a terrible
the
joke.
Godfather.
Nathan Jones was just so terrible. I think they just didn't want to.
Yeah,
even
he
throw him in
wasn't
there.
ready.
Who did
Hi,
he do that
Mrs.
to?
Hi,
Wait, or am I
Mrs.
getting my gimmicks
TJ.
mixed?
This is TJ who stuck her head in.
Wait,
That's
who-
what she said.
Jamie.
Oh.
oh,
She's way more over than I am. It's
Wait.
sad, actually.
Nathan Jones is the one that got creepy with Michael Cole up against.
No,
the
that
wall,
was
No, that
Heidenreich.
was-
Heidenreich. Oops.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
God, I
Nathan
knew I got
Jones
my
was the
gimmicks. I'm
former
like nobody
inmate
got either.
from the infamous
Yeah.
prison Boggo Road,
Yeah. He didn't get.
but
creepy
he only
behind
wanted to be a wrestler because he wanted to be an actor.
Carl, you
And
need
he's not
Mr.
good at
Ass's
either.
attire.
Yeah, the see-through pink shorts are
Dude.
wonderful.
Do it.
That's what we need.
Do it, Carl.
I'm an ass man.
By the way, the year after
Ow,
this
ow.
one is the year Kane just dominates and eliminates like 11 people.
11 people.
And
Didn't he
still
also
doesn't
eliminate
win.
Okay,
Was it
call that-
01 the
hey,
Drew Carey Royal Rumble?
Yes,
They
Drew
call that
Carey and the
spot-
fucking Honk Tonk Man was one of
I
them.
Hey,
love
he-
raising.
I
Oh,
call
Jesus
01
Christ.
I
TJ.
call 01 the hardcore Royal Rumble.
The Rock
I'm-
just
Okay, real quick. Oh my God,
Hey,
Jesus, Sean Waltman.
The Kane
Yeah,
of
X-Pac just died.
The Rock just threw X-Pac right into
can't believe
One
he
Night
even-
in China.
I was to say he didn't
Oh.
tear his
Hulk
anus
off.
there.
Guys.
That would tear my anus.
fun fact,
Oh,
the
What
Kane-
she said.
X-Pac's never gonna be on this show.
How's he back in there? Did the refs not see it or something?
No,
They
they
didn't
didn't. The
see
ref did not see it. Oh,
Dude, Sean
God.
Waltman takes the best fucking bumps, dude.
Yeah.
Lloyd.
He's
That
so
was
good.
Great.
Phil,
Oh
you
my
trying to say something?
God.
No, I'm not. I'm good.
Do us the Funaki one again.
it's
For
coming.
one, it's not fucking Funaki, it's Taka. They don't all look the same, Henry. It's Taka Mitsunobu.
Wow.
That's terrible, Henry.
Wow.
Although I keep calling him Frank Henry, and I'm not entirely sure why. And vice versa. So I could kind of
Oh,
see how
Bruno.
that happens.
I do have a question.
Oh, insecurity by Kane.
Because I'm getting these two very plain white males confused.
I'm plain. Thank you.
Yes, you are.
Oh, you know what? I just saw a video of Frank doing a truffle shuffle, so
Stop it.
Shuffle.
Why is it not in the chat?
What
There
the hell
goes
is a
Kane.
triple shuffle?
Mark Nelson posted it in one of the group messages, and I'm like way behind on group messages.
What the hell's a triple
Ride
shuffle?
him, cowboy.
Frank, have you never seen the Goonies?
Oh God.
I do not like the Goonies.
Wait, hold the fucking phone.
What the?
I'm-
How
I'm
do
with
you
you.
not
I-
like the Goonies?
I'm not
I
a
have
big
never
Goonies
wanted
guy.
to. I don't know
What?
why I never wanted to cross this bridge with you guys.
DJ.
I don't like it. I never
Frank, I'll
liked it.
cross it with you. Bro.
Hold on, no.
TJ,
Wow, that's
No, this
horrible.
is me and Frank. Me and Frank. We're having a dialogue here. We
Call
need
too.
to discuss this because I'm troubled.
Okay.
What's your beef with the Goonies?
It's for some reason it scared me as a kid, and I never liked it. After
Which
that.
part? No, I'm not. I'm not joking.
That
Which part?
funny looking dude with the eye that wasn't the right way.
Sloth.
Like, yeah.
Sloth.
I was more into. I'd rather watch like the silly Ghostbusters.
So you know,
or-
I don't know if you knew this. You know he's not real, right?
Yeah, shut up.
That was actually Lyle Zado, wasn't it?
No, the best part about this is when somebody picks it up at this part, they just heard, I was scared. His eye was going the other way. And then TJ goes, you know, he wasn't real. And somebody's just going to go, zoo. And they're not sloth.
I was more into Ghostbusters, Back to the Future.
I'm not going to argue that either.
Yeah,
They were
I
all
just-
tremendous. But
All right,
son of a
And-
bitch, the Goonies is a fucking American classic.
I know it is. I
Randy's
also I was
John
Hogwarts on
Matuzak.
the Big Show.
That's who played Sloth was John Matuzak.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Oh,
There you go,
Big Show
that's
just
it.
died.
That's the end of the
So,
Rumble. The
okay.
Rock was definitely eliminated well before the Big Show.
So what was the plan for WrestleMania? Where they jack that up?
So
They go to
the
the four
plan was
corners.
Rock, Big Show, Triple H, Jericho. That was the plan. But they had to kind of alter it
Oh.
because they kind of botched the finish because The Rock definitely hits the floor well before Big Show does.
So that's why there was that like weird gap where Jericho was like, I was sitting in the stands like 5 months in, or
Yeah, he was in like
or not 5 months in, because he debuted in
what's
August.
that word? He's kind of in like in
Limbo,
storylines. He's not doing
melancholy, limbo.
much. Limbo, because in storylines he's not doing much right now. Well, and I shouldn't say now, but after this,
And-
because they don't know what to do with him, and they're trying to figure out this Rock Big Show mess. Because again, The Rock they're going to show the next night on Raw several times. The Rock clearly loses. The Big Show wins the Rumble.
Is SummerSlam of 2000? Is that Jesse Ventura?
Yes.
That was 99. No,
99.
Was it 99? That's right. I was in St. Paul. Yeah, you're right.
Can I say that this was the best version of his theme song?
me
The
here.
Rock.
The Rocks. Yeah.
So I guess that's why they didn't show the other angle because they went on with it after. Okay. Makes sense.
So they but then they use, to WWE's credit, excuse me, they use the botch to their advantage and use it as a storyline to piss off the Big Show and create injustice because I won the Rumble, but you gave it to The Rock. So now he's inserted into the WrestleMania main event for the title, but you can't like, I know they would do it in a few more years with Shawn, Triple H, and the man who should not be named. It's fucking Chris Benoit. But with them three, but until this, they did not do triple threat matches for the main event for the title of WrestleMania. So they added a fourth guy, and it was supposed to be Jericho. And it's never really been made clear why they pivoted from Jericho to Mick. Other than, we need more star power. Again, I will argue, even being a huge Foley mark, here in 2000, Jericho has more star power than Mick Foley did.
I know this was covered on Something to Wrestle.
And Chris Jericho had been in the organization for 6 months, hardly, right here.
Because he
Right.
came in August.
September.
Yeah, September '99.
The question I have for you guys, is if Big Show wasn't Big Show was eliminated and he was eliminated like that, do you think he would have had a better career? No. Because I feel like after this, everything just kind of went down. Big Show.
And here's my thing with the Big Show, because everyone says, including Jim Ross, Pritchard, and I'm not going to sit here and say I know more than them. Not at all what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is all of them always say, we never got the best out of the Big Show. We never really tapped what the Big Show could have been. Isn't that partially your fault?
Mm-hmm.
That's your job. Is to get that out of them.
Yeah.
Mick Foley should have never been champion. Ever. And he was 3 times. Why? Because you found him. You found Mick and made him relatable to the fans and made him a champion. You never did with the Big Show. There's no reason why the Big Show should not have dominated from 99 to 07. There's fucking no reason for it.
Yeah.
Imagine if Big Show had been... Why they ever turned Big Show face, I'll never understand. He should have been a career heel.
Yes.
And 2, imagine... So let's fast forward to 03. Or 02, because Brock was out by 03. So he wasn't out, but okay, fine. So we'll go 03 after Angle Lesnar. Imagine Lesnar wins the undisputed title from Angle, and they go into a dominant heel Big Show program where he's just been massacring people for 4 years by now. And then Lesnar gets over on him. You've just built Lesnar. You don't hurt Big Show at all because Lesnar is this freak of nature athlete. They used the Big Show a lot to get other people over, but because they did it so often in such a poor way, after a while, it didn't mean anything anymore because everyone was beating the Big Show.
They overused the Big Show. He did not need
That
to be
too.
on TV as much.
That
he
too.
didn't need to be on pay-per-view. He could have been on 4 pay-per-views a year and maybe 1 Raw a month, and it would have been better used than what they used.
Yeah, remember in the early years with Raw, with how often they had The Undertaker on Raw?
Mhm.
That's how often he should have been on television.
Yeah.
Am I wrong on this? If I am, please somebody will correct me real quick.
At Carl X Mandic.
So he's telling his kids, hey, Dad, he being Paul White.
Pronouns, pal. God damn it.
He was so cool. By the way, I met him with my little brother outside Barclays Center. They were doing a pizza. Yeah, there's a really cool picture of us 3 together. And they were doing a pizza and wing thing. That was because Rocco, I don't know how to describe it, but a lot of streets converge. It's almost like in what's the 6 Points of Families, the mob movie in
1,000 Points of Light.
Oh, the 5 points. In Gangs of New York.
Yeah, I know, but what's the
Mulberry Ma and something.
Yeah, but it's a very famous movie. It's a
Gangs of New York.
Yes, thank you.
We just said that.
I didn't catch it.
I have no idea where we're going.
Anyways, is his debut on pay-per-view, regardless of company, in a monster truck?
Yes.
So that's the first shot.
Halloween Havoc 95.
So he has to be I started on a roof in a
and I was
giant
thrown off of
truck,
Hmm?
I died.
and came back later.
Came back to life.
And was resurrected to win the WWE World Title, but only kind of. Only kind of. I had
He
to have
did.
I had to have rape assistance from the Yeti. The Yeti.
He's the nicest guy in the world. Ron Reese is such a nice
That's
guy.
what I hear.
He is. He sat back and backstage with us and just talked and was just talking. I mean, he had all the time in the world for us.
So did he tell you how sweet and tight Hogan's ass was? That's what I want to know.
I heard he. I was in the ring when he was talking about that. I missed that whole story and it pissed me
Lord.
off.
Brother.
I actually have a Big Show story also. Actually, WrestleMania 19 was that weekend. We're flying home. We're at the Tacoma airport. And we're sitting there. It was like 8 a.m. Something absurd. And I look over, and there's a massive human being walking down the terminal. Like it's really weird. I wasn't even looking down that way, but my aura was like, there's a huge human down there. And
Is
I
he
looked.
crying?
It was the Big Show. And I'm looking at my cousin Dave's like, what's the fucking Big Show down there? Like, should we try to get an autograph? And then for a moment, we're both like, well, we might die if we do that because look at it.
Might eat us.
So I was like, no, I'm just gonna do it. So I ran up to him. I had my WrestleMania 19 program somewhere. It's got his autograph in it.
I have mine too. I need to
Which
get.
I- which I guess I
one
just-
more
I've
show,
got
I'll get
I've
out
got
my
mine here
memory
somewhere.
box
I just
and
blew the story, but I walk out. I was like, hey, I don't mean to cause a scene as I'm talking to a 7'4" man. I don't mean to cause a scene, but I was at WrestleMania 19 last night. I'd love to have your autograph. He goes, you have a pen? I go, no. I'm 19 years old. I don't have shit. And he's like, I got one. It's fine. And he signed it right there. Like, couldn't have been nicer. And he was like, thanks for coming. See you later. And then there was 2 more I met that day. Undertaker comes next.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah, and he's got the biker duster on. And I will give Undertaker, he wasn't doing. I know he was doing the badass gimmick by then. So yeah, it was pretty obvious it was the Undertaker. And I was like, hey, again, same thing. I don't mean to make a big scene. He signed it. Nice guy. Third guy. It's Paul Heyman. I was like, you're Paul Heyman. He goes, yeah. I'm like, same pitch. Like, hey, I don't mean to make a big scene. We're at WrestleMania last time. You're a big fan. Love to have your autograph. He goes, you got a pin? And I was like, no. And he goes, sorry about your fucking luck, kid. Walked away.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
That's actually
Paul Heyman thing
that's
ever.
actually kind of a better story to even have.
Said
Hey,
back
that-
away.
If you want, I can go down the block and knock on his door and
Knock on
just
his
say,
Could you please? Because I'm still pretty fucking hot about it.
That is
I'm
better
gonna-
than my.
I
I'm
can
gonna mail you my program and like, hey, this fucker's been waiting for an autograph for 20 years. You're gonna sign this shit.
I
That
could actually
beats-
we could send my dad in there. Hey, my son's friend. Hey, you need to sign the
Sign
fucking
this.
thing for him.
Yes.
That beats my Randy Orton story. That beats it. That
Y-
tops it.
That real quick, you guys were talking about Big Show when I was getting retrieving because now I really want to play this.
You're big. You're receiving.
No, I was getting
Uh-oh.
WrestleMania 2000.
I have it
Friend,
also.
get in here.
So, real quick, how crazy is this? Is that so they go to WrestleMania 2000, Big Show's in the main event, right?
Mhm.
Then they go to Backlash. He beats Kurt Angle in 2 minutes and 30 some odd seconds.
Wow, Big Show squashed Kurt Angle. It's really a shame Kurt Angle's career never recovered.
And then at Insurrection would be the next. So now we're into May. And Shokishi.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Oh my
Literally,
God.
what happened? Something happened in between.
You know what happened? They turned
My
him
God,
babyface.
that's
They
the most
turned him babyface.
That was real quick though.
Again, they've told that story in something to wrestle. Show Kishi and then Show Hogan and all this shit came about because Big Show could do impressions and he was funny behind the scenes. Wouldn't it be great if I got on television? No, it would not.
Oh yeah.
Some stuff is left behind the scenes.
That's between y'all. Like, we just want to see the fucking Big Show destroy people.
Jay Lethal doing Ric Flair.
To be fair, if they didn't give John Cena that treatment, you'd have never made it.
Well, to be fair, Jay Lethal is not 7'4" and weighs 500 pounds.
I gotta
You
tell
mean-
you, the
you mean
Jay
John
Lethal
Cena.
thing where you
I meant Jay
touch him, he turns
Lethal.
into Randy Savage. It's so
I was talking
stupid.
about John Cena.
You Jay Lethal?
Yeah, it's dumb.
When he does Flair, I almost shit my pants.
Oh,
I
that
s-
was hilarious.
I
But
still
does he
watch
do
that
it all the
versus Day.
time?
No, I
Is he-
don't know. I don't think so.
He does a good Macho Man too, though.
He does.
Yes, but they also
Frank
made that
Frank just
saying
said he
where
hated
was
it, but
black
thank
and
you for
she
bringing it
was
up
low
again.
for, like,
I
Yes.
do hate it.
Well, no,
I was tuning that out.
but Phil, your point. You said, did I catch that right?
You didn't finish your sentence, so I don't know what you're asking us.
You know, Phil was in there and he said because I said Jay Lethal. Oh, John Cena. Well,
Yeah.
and Cena, because really, if you look at it, it's like Cena's coming out party. It isn't. It's
the
that
Big Show.
I think it's when it's him and it's Stephanie McMahon and Cena's interaction at the Halloween party where he's
Yep.
Vanilla Ice.
Yep.
Like that's what I think of.
What my point is that Big Show went through that whole phase where it was show Kesey, showster, show Flair, whatever that shit is, because he was funny backstage and could do impressions. John Cena got a shot because Stephanie McMahon heard him rapping on a bus.
Yeah,
Mhm.
back on the bus.
Exact same.
Which is how Mo
yeah.
from Men on a Mission or Oscar.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So-
He
Got his
forced his
start.
way on an elevator though. That's
So
But he rapped.
that's true.
me being the least sports-oriented person in the entire AFS community,
By
I
far.
use this. Yep. Oh, absolutely. I use this phrase all the time because it applies to a lot of shit in life. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So
Did you just book
can't-
Oscar?
We're men. Men on a
Men on a
mission.
mission.
That's not on the mission.
I got
Man on a
PN
mission.
News.
Yo, baby,
baby,
yo,
yo,
baby,
baby,
yo.
yo. I was in the fattest scaffold match of all time.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
Arcade 91.
I just watched that with somebody with Dan Bynum, and he's like, "Yeah, he didn't want to go up there. He didn't want to get up
Dude,
there."
that match was
Of
fucking
course
awful.
he didn't.
Yeah,
That was
he's
fucking
like,
terrible.
you could see him like he's like, because his partner is because it's Stunning
Austin.
Steve and well, no,
And Big
Austin,
Josh.
and-
Austin is
his-
with Terry Taylor. And
Yes,
it's-
and it was Bobby Eaton, wasn't it?
Yes,
It is
he-
Bobby Eaton,
No,
yes.
you're right. Yeah.
And then you see him, and he looks like he is just wants to.
He is trying not to die.
Well, I mean, you're in a ladder match with all of these relatively sized human beings, and then you're a 430-pound rap dude.
Conrad has to go as that.
I don't know how you beat Akeem.
That would.
I know.
Like, he's a
Akeem
dead
was pretty awesome.
He's a
Yeah.
dead ringer for Akeem.
The African Dream, Akeem.
I'm really bald looking at myself now in full screen. Good
I
Lord.
just want to say that Tyler Hinnicky of the Washington football team levitated in a highlight that might be played for the next 20 years. I'm not joking you. He
I have it on
levitated
behind me.
4 yards.
Oh shit!
So
oh shit!
I need to ask you guys a
Oh
question
my
Sorry,
God.
as we wrap this up. So are
Is
we?
it?
I need to pee, but I'm not ready for this to be over. So are you guys like? You guys want to watch some more stuff? Cause that's kind of what we do here.
we
Yes,
can
please.
hang out.
I'm
Get
down.
it.
Yeah.
All right,
What you
I
mean
just need-
after? You mean once we're done with
Done.
the show?
here in about a minute or two.
So
Yeah,
yeah, for everyone
Can I
watching,
get some coffee?
we're gonna have more fun.
No.
We're gonna do the actual fun shit
Okay.
after the
Frank,
recording over.
Henry, whatever
You
your
did it
name is,
again.
whatever your name. Why do I keep doing?
You want me to wear my work name tag from now on?
Dude, his name is on the screen. There's a name
Frank-
tag on the screen.
if looks could kill, I'd be dead from Frank. He is death staring me hardcore. Dude.
Wait, are you
changed my
sure?
name for
Wait,
you.
wait, wait,
I
wait.
can't-
Are
I
you,
can't-
are you
I
sure?
can't-
Are you sure that's Frank?
I'm
Hold on.
Frank.
Hold on. We're gonna
It's
have
gonna be
Frank.
the best. Is gonna be when we come back. He's gonna have no screen. This is gonna be like a Bray Wyatt moment. She's gonna go black. Come back, no map. all the pins into this TJ like voodoo doll just hanging up there, and it's just he's gonna be like, it's not mapping anymore. Pin it. Sit in there.
I just want to thank. I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you guys for having me on. This is really
I want to
fun.
thank you for finally coming.
It's about fucking time
It's
you
about
got on
time, my
here.
friend.
And
Adam from Bama, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not gonna watch some more stuff. I promised Mrs. Model a movie. I promised my mom a movie.
Well, I was
thank
going
you
to say
guys.
bring her with, but now you mentioned your mom. I don't want to upset mothers on the show. So
What are you guys watching? What are you watching?
I'll definitely be sliding in your DM inboxes at some point in the future, guys, to have you back.
God, threaten you is a
definitely.
good
Love
time,
to.
right?
I would love to.
Are you watching La La Land?
Well, we're gonna watch an Elvis movie.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
It was his
baby.
birthday, yeah.
Yeah,
That
birthday
was
was-
his birthday yesterday.
Birthday was
You're
last night.
You're gonna watch one of the 17 times Elvis went to Hawaii.
No, it was 3 times.
Boo.
He can go to Hawaii as often as he
Well,
wants.
I
as long
don't
as I get to
know
look at
what
him.
part of
Still
that
alive.
Elvis conversation just made me more sad. So
Wait,
the fact that Rocco knew that makes me pretty sad. The fact that people are also like, yeah, he'd go to also sad, very
how
sad.
many?
All
Are you
Elvis is a
Ernest?
piece of scum. He died on the shitter, and he needs to be remembered as such.
Ernest-
Well,
On that note,
I pissed off
Rocco is
Rocco.
rage quitting.
Rocco is out of here.
But I
Don't be cruel to the king, you son of a.
Rocco has left the building. Rocco has left the building.
Don't be cruel.
yeah, it's really unfortunate we waited 3 hours to bring out the good shit. That's sad.
Show him your gold record.
Oh, I have an Elvis gold record. It's behind my Christmas
Oh, do
tree,
you?
but
And
yeah.
recording.
I own 3. Well, I own 2 gold records and a platinum record. I own a Kiss gold record, an Elvis gold record, and a Bruce Springsteen platinum record.
How have you not sent the Kiss Gold record to Eric Bischoff?
because he doesn't want to give it to everybody.
Shivani would enjoy it more.
Well, that's an idea.
I have those sometimes.
That's
then
that.
to give-
I feel like Shivani would enjoy it. Like whoever said Shivani would enjoy it more, I think
Okay.
Shivani would enjoy that more.
We didn't even get on eBay today.
No,
No.
I was
I'm
looking at
fucking
I
April.
broke.
told you I got the Johnny V card from the
Oh,
big
did. He
speaking
did
of
say
fucking
that,
shopping,
yeah.
The
we
mafia
have a
heads.
problem.
Henry,
I went
please-
I
on
did
the
it
Funko
again.
Pop
I
site.
did it
You
again.
call
Frank.
you motherfucking son of a bitch. Say my name, bitch. Say my name.
Shut up, Henry.
I just
Say
kicked
it
my
and love
camera. I just kicked my camera.
My.
Hey,
My
there's
camera.
Shivani.
Bring it back over here. Lord Almighty, I've come unraveled here at the end of the show.
Dude, how great is your hand signal though for eat my ass? You just bam, bam, and you just gotta spread those.
So that was so funny. I didn't remember I was going to tell Frank this now. And I actually meant Frank that time.
You were gonna tell me something?
Yeah, I was. And I don't remember what it was. It was funny though.
Well, speaking of Frank, now we have a problem. I went to the Funko Pop site.
Oh,
and
That's
I
what it
like,
was.
Oh dear God.
They're all sold out. Like we sold all our shit to Frank Bruno.
No, I have a problem of now there's some that I want. And I'm like, no, we can't do this.
I
So-
saw on the website a life-size Jurassic Park Jeep with Ian Malcolm from the scene where they're being chased by the
Wait.
T-Rex.
Oh,
I want it.
What in
Wait,
the
hang
hell
on.
did you just say?
wait,
hang on,
what?
guys, I'm
That's
sorry,
in the
I'm
new
sorry.
Funko Pop Hollywood store.
I've got breaking news.
And I want it.
But you
I've
said
got-
life-size
It's not
Jeep.
I've got
Jurassic Park Jeep. This
Guys.
thing looks like.
I'm
Phil.
sorry
Phil's
to
got
interrupt.
breaking news.
I have
Phil's got
breaking news. I'm so sorry to interrupt everyone. We were talking about all the socials Donald Trump was banned from earlier. He is officially banned from Jurassic Park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did that 3 days
and
ago.
Home Alone too.
But you said life-size Jeep.
This thing looks like it's life-size.
It's a Funko Pop?
Yes,
Yes,
it is a
there's a
Funko
Funko
Pop,
Pop
and
in
it
the
is
Jeep.
life-size, and I want it.
They
I
just
need it in my
opened
life.
Funko Pop Hollywood, and that's like the centerpiece in the store.
Now
Where
I'm
are
gonna
you-
have
If I
to
ever go to
to
Funko
eBay.
Hollywood, it's going to
You
be
have to put in
mine.
your garage?
I
I'm
just
going
got
to
an
eBay
email
right
from the
now.
anonymous Raw general manager.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that was dead
I
as
love
Kelsey's
that.
So
nuts.
this,
I
so
was
this
waiting for
result,
I
whatever
wanted
this
the lights
result-
to flicker and the
whatever
sound
this
effect.
result is gonna suck. So go ahead, Rocco.
We have lost. The show is not even off the rails. It's gone.
No, we're off. We're gone. We're out of the yard by this point. Anything else by anyone? I think it's time to hang this.
Wait
up.
a second. I want to hear what the
Jesus Christ!
let Rocco finish.
Phil,
I didn't even know he was
many
telling the
times-
story.
I wonder how many
Yes.
times he's heard that.
the anonymous GM just told me you're fired. First fire of 2021.
You know what he told me, Phil? He told me that you have to go one-on-one with the Undertaker tonight if you want to keep this going.
Yes.
Oh, yes. That'll
Oh, wait,
do it.
no. It's going to be a tag team match.
Tag team match, player.
You know, we should watch a Sid 5-star.
Good luck finding one.
Okay. I'm with Phil. I'm not normally with Phil on this one, but I'm with Phil on this one.
Was that War Games 91 or Super
Yes,
Bowl
it
91?
was. Yeah, it was
Jesus
War Games.
Christ.
We should watch Super Bowl 91.
Phil, I was with you on that, brother.
Oh my god.
All right, so let's watch Super Bowl 91.
All
Fair
right.
enough.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Bye.
Bye.
Thank
I'm
you.
Frank.